U.S.-Iran game tomorrow.
What's that from?
The World Cup.
Oh, what's that?
I did watch. Yeah, I did watch the U.S. England game.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I have a friend who is of Persian descent and origin, but grew up and lives in London, and so I get to talk to her for two U.S. games in a row, and it's great.
Hi everybody.
Oh, wow. That's
welcome to Civilized Age.
Also, my gym, they just put they have the TV on all the time with soccer now. So
Talking about soccer. You know what doesn't exist in the Star Wars universe?
What?
Crithing soccer. Because it's
a
boring
I don't
game.
think that's true.
I bet you. Do you know why they call it soccer? Or why? Wait, do you know why they call it football in England?
Well,
because you use your feet.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, they started calling it soccer, and then they taught it to GIs, and then the Americans started calling it soccer, and they said, "Gross, we hate America. We'll call it football." I'm not even joking. That is true. It's soccer because it's short for association football to distinguish it from rugby, which is rugby football, is its full name. And the weird people at British schools called that one ruggers, and they called soccer soccers because of their stupid slang. So they taught it.
I feel like you're making this up. This can't be real.
Google it, friend.
I don't like the way you call me friend.
Yeah,
pal.
Oh, excuse me. I'll do it. Never mind. I'll do it in a more appropriate way. Google it, mate.
Kevin, I really like the little pumpkin ghost that appears when you go out of screen. Go out of your screen, but keep looking at your screen.
Oh yeah. Pumpkin ghost.
That's
Well, anyway, everyone, welcome to Civilized Age, a tale of an adventure set 600 years after the time of Luke Skywalker. My name's Philip, and I'm the Cosmic Force. Surrounding me are some players, some of whom genuinely didn't realize I'd gone live. See, a lot of times they were chatting, but they know I'm about to go live. But tonight I kind of gave no warning, and I think that was funny.
I mean, it was, I don't know. I have the stream pulled up because I'm also moderating content.
You're a moderating influence?
I have to go get my kombucha. Because you didn't warn me, so I didn't freak out about it. I'll be back.
7:43. Okay.
Although
7:44 now.
I will say, that may be more necessary. I did have to ban 4 people during our last game.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, which to me is a sign. There was three different usernames that all came in with the whole by users.
Oh.
And there was one, and then there was one just misogynistic asshole that came in.
Wait, we can buy users? Why aren't we doing that?
We are, but we can't click those links to do it.
I see. I'd love to buy users.
Yeah, we're doing a whole sub for sub thing. Don't worry about it, Philip.
Thanks.
It's Subvember still.
I don't care for that one. I thought that was September.
It's still Subvember though.
Is there sub?
No, we just cycle between the two. So we had Domtober. We're back to Subvember now.
And then it's Domcember.
And then it's Domcember.
And then February.
I'm beginning to think that these aren't real. Well, aside from people getting kombucha and people ducking out to show us pumpkins, I hope everyone's ready for what is sure to be an exciting final session of Civilized Age. We've had a long journey across the galaxy. We've ventured to the Sliver of Freedom, where we met someone named Jacket Girl and broke Chat's heart by not inviting her on the trip. We have ventured to Utapai. We've ventured to the Pimbrellan Empire. We've ventured across the Cathol Rift. We have now left the galaxy and real space behind and ventured to the Cosmic Force, all in the hopes of locating 2 kids, Revel and Rana, who were taken in a blast of strange force energy when one of the spheres the train was carrying around exploded. Yes, R2.
Calendar.
Yeah, baby.
Calendar, day 9. Last night we got an unreleased scent. It's on the bottom of coming next year. Ooh, cool.
This is also, I would like to let the chat know, or anyone watching know, this is also your sign to support small businesses. Cantrip Candles is a fantastic organization.
They really are.
Anyway, here's the thing. Oh man, that looks like a shipwreck or something, or a battle site on a beach.
Oh yeah.
Son of a beach.
It's like a beach party meets Castaway.
Beach party, beach blanket bingo Castaway edition.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just Wilson and
AKA Doug, season 3.
AKA Doug is season 3. Ooh, I don't know what's...
The writers really took a swing with that one, and honestly, I think it landed.
Don't you have a whole section about how Skeeter is just like a Wilson stand-in and
guys,
doesn't really speak a lot?
Maybe.
Oh, what the fuck?
You'll have to buy book
Oh.
yeah.
Doubloons.
coins. One side says liberty, and the other side says a bird, or is a bird.
Wait, is it chocolate or the actual coins?
It's chocolate.
Wait, is it really?
I think so.
Can you unpeel it?
Yeah, Hanukkah.
Hell yeah, yeah. Me being Jewish, I always assumed that something like that is chocolate coins. Good. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate. What's the deal?
Candle wax, actually.
Wait, is it really?
I should have burned that. It's not. No, it's chocolate. But
Oh.
That would have been so fucking funny.
last
Because you do
night,
have those wax melts
See,
now.
But the best gold coins were always the like really cheap ones.
No,
Like-
the best gold coins are the ones that are made out of gold.
Well,
because you can use them to buy chocolate coins
Yeah,
yes.
at a much higher exchange rate.
yeah.
1 for 1.
Well, I don't read the cards every day, but I wonder if this one's about chocolate. No, it's just about traders. Oh, and he got passage aboard a ship with a meager coin. I'll read this in full later. Because it's this whole story on every card.
That
Every
they
day there's
ate
like
it.
this story about this guy. But I doubt they ate
Was
the
this-
coins. Go ahead.
Was his name Joe?
His name was Doug.
Wasn't Joe?
I don't know. His name's Orim. Orin? Orlan.
Yeah, and his name's
Joe
Orem,
for sure.
And his name's Orem, and we're getting into legal disputes with a certain other D&D company because they stole our character concept.
They have a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
That's a Millie go.
I was like,
No, that's I'm saying that's the name of the character from the Cantrip Candles calendar.
oh yeah.
His name's Orlan.
Orland. That's okay. That's better. That's even better. Don't worry about it, Philip. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dan and I will know.
I should smoke a pipe on this channel. Then we get banned for tobacco.
Definitely
use.
should on Tuesday. You should get a bubble pipe for Tuesdays for sure.
Oh, I should get a bubble pipe. Those are fun. Well, guys, it's been a fun ride here. Into a civilized age. Now that we've taken a break for that, we've talked about soccer. I've eaten chocolate. None of you did. Sorry. It's kind of a rude part of this game is you guys can't. If I get treats, you don't get any.
You know what? I have probiotics in a beverage, so
You have.
I prefer antibiotics.
I'm also.
I have popcorn and I'm allergic to chocolate. So
Oh, there you go. I read a thing that probiotics don't do anything because your stomach immediately kills them. You have to take them as pills, otherwise it does nothing.
don't do that.
I'm telling you a thing I
Let
read.
me Philip,
What up?
don't be rude.
I'm just telling you,
can't
like,
say things like this to Lauren when she has to perform her craft.
You know what? And that's why I wore a Star Trek.
is making kombucha your craft?
No.
Do you make your own kombucha?
No, but Zane's mom did as a child, and she told him that he had to be nice to the mother. So when he got mad at his mom, he would cuss at the mother of the probiotic.
I get it. I know that there's certain brands of apple cider vinegar that are like made with the mother, and I'm like, weird. What a weird
Yeah,
thing
Yeah,
for
and
it's
you
a
this.
have to
very
be nice
weird
to the
term.
mother.
Yeah.
And Zane was not.
Oh, I can tell it's
Anyway.
Monday because I feel so just like anything's happening.
Let's find
You know,
my
you know
kid.
how they say something is like something they call something indefatigable?
Yes,
I
that
feel
is the
defatigable.
pronunciation. Yeah.
I feel defatigable.
By that, do you mean another word that I might know?
You might know the word.
I Is it indefatigable?
That's usually how I thought it was pronounced.
All this time.
But now I actually want to
This is an
see.
example of me having
I struggle
read
with
a
it all the
word
time.
enough.
I'm indomitable.
Indomitable.
Everyone in chat will hear it.
Indefatigable.
Yeah, it's indefatigable. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
Is that really it?
yeah, oh yeah.
It's another one of those words that you read and you go like, that makes sense, and then you hear it and you're like, couldn't have been more wrong.
I remember a kid I knew used to always talk about how he was afraid of Armageddon.
I used to say hyperbole.
Same.
Hyperbole, yeah.
Hyperbole is common, or an
And
epiphone.
epitome.
Yosemite.
Yeah, it's the epitome, or like yeah. But in any case, I really like Armageddon, like because then Armageddon will happen.
Armageddon sounds like a Transformer villain.
It sounds like somebody that we will fight in Top Flight.
It sounds like an asylum monster, and like a Sharknado level monster.
I am Armageddon. Kneel before me. All right, well, enough nonsense. It's 7:52, and we are trying to stretch it out because this will be such a short session.
Oh yeah, we're done. We're basically done.
All right.
Yeah, we won last week.
So yes, last week our heroes decided to be bold and to free a man in a coffin because Zell felt like it was a good idea. It wound up sort of being a good idea, but they also met the teacher, and R2 is quite, well, Pierce that is quite surprised they didn't die, having encountered the teacher in previous games. The teacher sort of wanted to harm this individual and basically killed everyone but you guys in a fairly large radius around Lord Rythe, so that Lord Rythe would have to kill you all to sort of regain strength. But he has sort of opted to stay sort of weakened. Abriel actually offered herself. She's like, if you'll save my kids, drain me, daddy. And she didn't say daddy. She was too busy wanting to find her kids to say
I only
daddy.
call Elbrand daddy.
That's true. Daddy Elbrand, he's like, oh man.
Dad
He
missed
seems
that.
more like a zaddy, actually.
No, he's all of them. He's all of them. He's both a daddy and a zaddy.
No.
And if anybody ever needs any help on the golf course, a caddy. So in any case,
Definitely a baddie.
Yes, and that he's a villain and a bad person.
You don't know that yet.
Man. So, point being, you guys freed a man named Rythe. Quag sort of kind of road runnered away. And like Rythe warned you that you don't want to let her resurrect anybody. Like, especially a guy named Zendor. When he heard about Arden Lyn being here, he got like pretty worried. But he also said, now that's a life force I could consume if we can make that happen. So if he could drain her, she'd have a lot of life force and he'd be able to kind of get into the game and maybe could thwart Quag. But the problem is that Quag, he says Quag will be somewhat weaker and maybe could be stopped while she's trying to resurrect Zendor. And then we ended on a scene. So you guys kind of all began heading towards the mountains where her stronghold was. He is sure it will be an academy of some kind. Maybe it will be an academy, sports and outdoors. The right stuff, the right price. Academy. So, as you all ventured out, we cut away for one final sequence. So and Quag show up at that academy, kind of spoke to Arden Lyn, telling her that new arrivals have changed everything. You know, always in the cosmic force is always in motion. A new vibe is going on. Arden says, "Will you return Zendor to me now?" Quag says, "Gather the children. I will begin the process." Gather the children. So, Abriel, Train, Mara, Zell, R2, and a gentleman named Lord Rythe, who was previously, and he looks super like withered and emaciated and kind of, desiccated, like old and, real Crypt Keeper vibes. So it is a good thing Jacket Girl's not here, because she would be all over Lord Rythe in this film. She would be like, oh my god, she would be so into it. She'd love how easy it is to pick him up. So, the point being, you are venturing towards the mountains. Does anyone in this group have navigation terrestrial? Or...
I have 50.
50, okay. Or even track.
Ooh, hold on.
My navigate's 20, so no.
Okay.
AKA the base level that I get.
27 for track.
27. Why don't you go ahead and make a terrestrial navigation roll? I will mention to everyone your force points have re-upped. So you're back at full force points.
That is a fail.
A fail.
Oh, but it is a 66.
That's not a thing in this. 77.
I just thought you would want.
Sorry. Execute navigation 66. Do you want? I mean, you could spend a force point to re-roll that if you wanted, or you could spend some of your 113 luck to make it a success.
Sure, I'll do that. Wait, yeah.
Okay, so you're at 97. Go ahead, R2.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if she was gonna reroll if I could assist with my radar dish, but
Understood. No, we'll say that Abriel just kind of like, by sheer luck and will to get to her children, manages to sort of guide you guys to the mountains in decent time. You definitely, though, understand that you may be, behind the ball on this. But between Abriel's background as a kind of a mercenary captain and just her general need to get her children, we'll certainly we'll say that you have led this motley crew of 6, yourself, your ex-husband, his landing platform driver, who's actually a Force user from centuries before, a friend of your current boyfriend's who's actually a witch knight in disguise, and a droid. Nothing else important about the droid, as well as an old man who was in a glass coffin. You lead this motley crew sort of through the mountains, and we will begin with you. Go ahead, R2.
I just think it's very funny that we started with Narnipond and have just added people that are legitimately older and older every single time we've added someone to the group. But I did have a question.
Okay.
Also of, as we're traveling and making our way to the mountains and walking, is there the ability, as I am sort of now hovering, and with jostle us, could I connect to like a data pad?
Does anyone? Yes, I'd imagine someone here has a data pad. Someone in their equipment would have a data pad, right? No.
I assume. I have used a data pad in the past, right?
Make a luck roll.
I mean, there's no way this isn't going to happen, but sure.
Well, just in case.
I have a data
that's
pad.
19.
All right, Train's got a data pad, so if you beep at Train for a data pad, if you're willing to give R2 a data pad, you could do so. So we will say that as you guys get to this academy, Abriel, you guys are kind of looking down from like a crest, and you see that kind of on the side of the mountains down there are a bunch of sort of buildings, seemingly kind of just like growing out of the mountains to a certain extent. Something about its design does seem very sort of university, collegiate, parochial school. It's definitely this must be the place, and Ryth, who probably was slowing you guys down a fair bit, being incredibly decrepit, sort of indicates this does look like the kind of place where she would try to offer her dark instructions. So as you guys kind of glance down, survey the scene, R2, you have a data pad from Train. You were trying to rig this up somehow.
Yeah, I want to connect to it just so like
they can use
have
computers roll.
Okay. Regular success.
Yeah, it'll kind of be like the font is kind of rough, but you can have sort of like what you'd have in a ship. You can have a text display if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to wheel on over and sort of with my utility arm hand the data pad to Mara.
Oh, well, it's not like it's like connected to you. It's like a display.
Oh, I see
panel.
what you mean. Like,
yeah,
sure. Then I will just
Yeah.
go over tomorrow then with this new like display panel on me. This is just so I can, so that all the words can Criffing be there. I know you have a lot of Criffing questions about a lot of the Criffing stuff you were told. But with every Force user I've ever been with Master Anakin, Master Luke, Master Rey, all of them were unsure. And it was never easy for any of them. But they just did what they thought was the Criffing right thing to do. So that just seems to be what is. I guess this is the way.
Put my hand out on top of R2.
That's all.
Thank you. This does make it a lot easier, by the way.
Yeah, I don't
But-
know how long this is gonna Criffing hold out. It's tenuous at best. It might short me out if I keep trying this.
Well, let's not risk it then. We need you. But thank you. Don't really know what else to say.
Oh, yeah. Say a
Especially
Criffing thing.
because one of them is somebody that I still want to kill. I think I still want to kill. I think that's the question I keep asking myself.
Well, I guess if that is the thing that you want to do, that you think is the right thing to do, then that's something.
I don't
that
think
you
it's
have
the
to-
right thing to do. So now that you put it that way,
Well, maybe it's just the thing you have to do. But if it's the thing that you want and have to do, maybe that's what you have to do. Now I'm starting to sound like gibberish, like Criffing gibberish, so I'm just gonna stop. But all I'm saying is, you're walking the path that many before you have walked. Just trust yourself. And I'll
So
wheel away, or
as-
float away.
as kind of Mara's having this kind of text like text IRC relay. What was the text thing where it was like the voice to text, like the chat thing? Anyway, as she's having IC relay, ICR, yeah, she's doing IP relay. What was it called? I don't remember.
VoIP?
As she's doing whatever that is, Abrael and Train, I'm just going to go ahead and say the two of you, there's an obvious role I assume both of you would be making right now.
Yeah, where are my kids?
Yeah, why don't you both give me a look? Give me a looky loo. See if you spot any younglings.
It's a regular success.
Okay.
Regular as well.
Both of you see some smallish bodies in strange robes. Like a few of them. Kind of like walking in some some lines, like from one building to another. You see there are kids down there, you're fairly sure. But with regular successes, you cannot tell if they are your kids or just some kids, but you're seeing kids.
I start running.
You start just running down. Okay, cool.
No, I will grab him. I will run after and grab him and say, we can't do anything brash right now. Don't risk it at this point.
They might, but if they're there, let's get them out and go.
If they're there, they have been there for a while. We need to think this through. Okay, I understand why you want to do this way. Believe me, but we can't.
Fine. Fine. Okay.
I just don't want to compromise everything that we've done so far.
How long has it been?
How long did it take you to get here?
Like since the children disappeared?
Several days. You guys have flown all around the galaxy. It's at least a week, maybe even a little more. And since you guys left, since you guys set out, it probably took you like a few hours to get to the mountain. And we're using that movie logic where characters can travel, like really, like there was a wipe, obviously, but it's been a beat.
Yeah.
So Zell, you basically see Train moves and Aubriel kind of like half tackles him, and they're talking. Mara's kind of hunched over R2. They're talking, texting. What are you doing, Zelyaga? Oh, and Lord Ryth is just sort of like sitting there, kind of like wheezing, trying to look around if there's any bugs he can consume.
I guess can I do search your feelings?
You may
See
do a
if we
search
can
your
find-
feelings. Sure.
That is a success.
Normal success. You feel great power growing in this academy below. Given your knowledge that some ritual is going to be performed, you suspect that some kind of gathering of energy has already begun.
Are there a bunch of like beings there too?
With a regular success, it's hard for you to pinpoint exact people, but you can definitely tell there are. I mean, you've also seen some little bodies going around, but you cannot pinpoint anyone specifically. But there is definitely life down there. And with your sort of standard psychology, you suspect that Ryth knows it too. And there's you can see the little twitch of these kind of under his cheek as these two tendrils are like he's fighting to keep them in, as he's clearly very hungry.
Seems like we have some snacks for you.
I would prefer not to consume anyone other than those who are irredeemable, such as Arden Lynn.
But what if we need your help against Arden Lynn?
You must be able to defeat her on your own. You will need my help against Kvag, the teacher. But Arden you must face without me.
Do you know this Arden Lynn?
Only by reputation. She died millennia before I was born. But I have heard rumors of her resurrection many centuries ago in the time of the Empire.
How did she die the first time?
Well, the story goes she was defeated by a Jedi, but I think the truth is she used the Kashmir crystals to take herself out of the equation. Not her idea. She was tricked by Kvag, by the teacher.
Anything we should be looking out for?
I can sense growing power. I'm sure you sense it too. We must go to this power with stealth. We must intercede. Not too early, but when it is being undertaken. For Kvag to pull a specter from so long ago will require much focus. The further back she reaches, the more time she requires. For her to reach back 26,000 years will require much focus.
Well, will we know the time, or will you tell us?
I can tell it has already begun.
Can I have made my way back? And if I was walking, would I have overheard any of that? Or are
Sure.
they talking quiet?
No, they're yeah. You heard that.
Okay. So the children going in the building, they're a part of some ritual?
I do not know all of Kvag's techniques. She has crafted many. Discarded, molded, reformatted. It is possible she is using the life force of all below to fuel her dark designs of resurrection for the first to break from the Jedi Order's thrall, from Zendor.
Their life force, so she's going to kill all of them.
Perhaps it would be entirely within her abilities and her merciless nature.
How do we get in?
Perhaps we can carry on around these mountain paths and come into these structures from above.
Can I look at what he's pointing to? And I don't know what would be better, calculate or coordinate to see what the best...
Do a calculate on that. Because
Trajectory.
coordinate would be about everyone's abilities and stuff. Just do a calculate to kind of sort of...
Okay. That's a 32, which is a hard success.
I will say that based on what he's saying, you can sort of... You did see where those little bodies were going. You saw where the kids in robes, which building they were going to. So you can calculate a route to that building pretty quickly.
Okay.
If you want to sort of lead the group.
Yes. Well, I will share that knowledge. I don't know if we're leaving quite yet, or if there's any other information that we have.
I have been locked in a coffin. I do not know much. I simply know how Kvag often operates, but you must expect the unexpected with her.
Okay.
But did you end up in that box?
I was betrayed by one of my own order. But that is a story for another time, or even campaign, based on factors. For now, we must go.
Can I search my feelings to see if I feel if Arden Lynn is here?
You can do a specific search for Arden Lynn. Give me a roll.
Yeah, I just want to do a very specific search for Arden and see if there was, like, I could pinpoint her. Ooh. That's a 35, so that's a hard success.
Hard success. There is so much force energy down there. You confirm that she is down below. The building that Abrielle is indicating, you suspect she is in there as well. Almost all of the energy is there, and you can sort of feel her distinctive energy, but it's like you can't pick out a location at all. She's within this massive kind of just roiling waves of force power, which you suspect are coming off of that teacher, but she's definitely like a higher point that one could feel within it.
Okay. I think if we might not have the total element of surprise, but any sort of way that we can sneak up on them, whether it's going around and going on top of buildings, anything like that can be to our advantage and should be done with great haste.
So,
Yes.
is this a wipe to situation?
Yeah.
All right. Then we will wipe to you all having made your way around the edge, but you are now at the point where you need to be stealthy, or you at least suspect you do. You're at the point where were someone to make a calamity in this sort of structure that is below you, which kind of has like a domed top. Think sort of classical sort of architecture, columns on the front face of it, a domed top. This seems like some kind of maybe like, symposium chamber, a lecture hall of some kind.
Are we inside of it or we're above it?
You are above it.
Got it.
Or you've slid kind of down the mountain to the point where, you need to be quiet however you proceed from here on out. You're sort of behind and above it, as it were be. Yeah.
I'll look to. I was just gonna say I would look to Abrielle and nod, and be like, "You want to coordinate?"
Yes. Do I have enough information to coordinate, Phil? Like, can I see enough to figure out?
Coordinate is always you using everyone's different skills to some sort of synergistic way. What is it you're trying to coordinate?
Actually, well, I don't think right now is the time because I don't. Do I see the kid? Like, what do we see?
You see a structure. You see the roof
Just
of a
the
building.
structure?
Anyone who has does anyone here have a listen of 75 or higher? The parents.
I do. My listen is 75 on the
Parents.
Understood.
Yeah.
So the parents, you guys do hear, like, it's muffled, it's faint, but you hear what sounds, it's kind of like high in pitch. You hear what sounds like children singing. Like a song all together. Strange. You can't really pick out any
Does it
words.
sound weird?
It sounds a little creepy, yeah.
You guys hear that?
They're singing.
I don't. I was just going to say, if you have a plan for us to get inside, or an idea for how to break up this creepy singing.
Race, you were saying that we have to be as discreet as possible.
I would not announce your presence, yes. I would be... To sneak in would be good. I recommend we simply try to stealthily enter. To creep down.
Okay.
From the rooftop?
Yes, or creep down the side of the mountain, entering from behind, perhaps.
There's almost like a crevasse between the side of the mountain and the back of this structure. You know, there's places where the stone fully abut the mountain, but there's spots where you might be able to like sneak down into kind of blackness or something. But at this point, you're close enough that Ryth is advocating stealth. So really, unless people have another proposal, this would simply be a stealth check, and you can tell me if you're going onto the roof or sort of trying to go down the side.
I could hide us.
That's right.
Your deceptions will work against others, but not against Kvag. But if she is focused enough, then perhaps if you simply mask us in your force power, perhaps this would be enough.
Why don't we sneak and mask?
We will be stealthed and masked. Good.
All right, so Zell, why don't you go ahead and make an illusion roll to just kind of do a general muffling of you all. This is the Star Wars equivalent of pass without trace. Is effectively what's happening.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. Excellent. So, kind of here's how this is going on. You guys can use force points or luck or deal with this accordingly. Zell is doing a very competent job of kind of masking you all in general. And you can feel, like, as you step, you can feel you're not making much sound. But you also understand that what Lord Ryth has told you is that Quag might notice you anyway. Has very big ears, after all. So, I need everyone to make a stealth check. This will be a group roll, so we'll kind of, you know, if one person fails, a fumble will be a fumble. But, like, if one person fails calamitously and everybody else is sort of fine, you know, it will go that direction. But just be aware that this may be worth it to you to sort of prevent Quag. You're also not sure. Ryth said Quag might not notice because she's focused on resurrecting an ancient Sith or an ancient Darksider. So who knows?
I would like to use a force point to give myself a bonus on the roll.
It's a great thing to do.
Same.
I'm going to send a force point to re-roll because I got a 64.
Cool.
Wait, what is our stealth?
Sneak.
Check.
It's called
Or
sneak.
wait.
Sorry. It's
sneak.
called sneak. I'm sorry. I don't know why I've called things different things in different games.
It's more fun that way.
That is true.
I got an extreme.
I will
So
use-
Zell extremes.
Regular.
A force point to reroll.
Extreme,
Hard.
regular, hard,
Extreme.
extreme.
But I used a force point. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
Just
fine, yeah.
you can't click the box because you use a force point.
Right.
But yes, perfect. Okay, great. Archer.
Also extreme.
Extreme. Wow. So the worst was a hard.
I had a regular.
Oh, you had a regular. Okay, so the worst was regular. Well, with 3 extremes, 1 hard, and 1 regular, yes, you guys, as far as you can tell, do like a pretty darn admirable job. Lord Reith seems to make no noise at all. Kind of
Hell
even
yeah.
within this thing, he's very kind of vampiric in his. So you guys do impressive stealth. When you were sort of, were you going onto the roof, or were you kind of going down the back, kind of in the shadowy recesses in the rear?
I'd say down the back.
Okay, cool. So you go down the back. As you get down the back, you do actually find sort of when you get to the bottom there, you find a passage of kind of natural stone, or maybe roughly hewn in places, leading into the mountain. So there's like an escape tunnel or some kind of strange tunnel here, but there is in fact a door on the rear of the structure, and you guys can make it to that door without being witnessed, as far as you know. Okay. And as you sort of enter that, you hear a singing, kind of chanting song, more loudly. Mostly children's voices, some adults singing in a sort of strange language. Atomi topi chikin kanub dog fling oh yawa ichap yawa Atomi topi chikin kanub dog fling oh Koti chatu yabnab Koti chatu yawa Koti chatu glowa Alleluia. Eerie.
What?
Strange. A language you've never heard before. Abrielle.
Yes.
I love that song.
R2, you have heard this. You had heard this lyrics before, but the sort of and the tune, it has been like put into like a darker sort of minor sound with strange kind of eerie harmonies. But you recognize the song, R2. Glowa, ichap glowa. You are sort of in a back hallway within this structure, but there are some large doors ahead of you in certain areas that seem to open. You see some light coming through those where there is some kind of much larger chamber. And Zell and Mara, no rolls required. You feel a lot of life in those rooms, a lot of life focused on song, focused on intent. Mara, and you can sense Art and Lynn's presence. R2, do you say anything? Don't have to.
No, it doesn't seem particularly relevant.
Fair enough. So, what is the plan?
Can I, after I sense Artemon's presence, can I look over at, I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting his name, the guy you
saved, Lord Reith.
Right. I kept thinking it was like Rith, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
no,
Raith. Reith.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna look at him, and I'm just gonna ask quietly, for you to take the life force from someone else, do they need to already be dead or close to death?
In her case, dead would not be good. In her case, somewhat weakened. She is most powerful.
All right. So we have to get her in a weakened state for you to do your thing.
Indeed. For me to do it easily in my weakened state. You understand?
I just wanted to confirm before one of us accidentally kills her or something. If that even can happen.
If he kind of pauses and there's this like he's like, you know, his paper ace, and he just goes,
If you can kill her, this would be a wise course of action. She is very strong and very powerful. Kill her if you can. But if you can weaken her, I will try to interfere before she is dead, to gain what power is left, to harness to my own vitality.
Oh. And then I turn away. Because this guy is weird.
Mara, when you look at him, it's interesting. The Stennis shifters, like Marinwell, who robbed you of your force power, this guy is definitely not the same species, but there's something similar. He is another thing that drains. I'll say no roll required. You are pretty sure he is an Anzati. A species where they look like humans, but then these tendrils come out of their cheeks and they go up people's noses and suck the life out of them.
That's really gross.
Yeah, well, the really cool part was in our last Star Wars campaign where there was a Rancor one.
Cool.
I lived for.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
So,
Doom.
This whole quest about family.
I mean, full circle.
so, friends, the time is here. Are you going to creep into this chamber? Or are you going to try to find a different passage? You're sort of just at a door. What's your play here?
I will grab onto train
Okay.
and try to get the best vantage point to see the children.
All right, both of you make another stealth roll.
38.
Spend another force point to give myself a bonus on this.
You know
You guys
what?
What?
I'm gonna use luck to
Okay.
make it a hard.
Sounds good.
Oh God. Oh fuck.
No.
No, I didn't fumble. Don't worry. I rolled in the higher one was a 77 and an 87. Wait, the lower is a 77. But I'm gonna use I am gonna use a force point to reroll. So
Then
it
you
doesn't
don't
count,
get
right?
it. You only get it if you keep it.
So you guys are heading into the room?
They're not even heading in. They're just like sneaking, it seems like, on the hallway just to look in.
Yeah, we're trying to see the kids.
Well, okay. That was a 94, but a 24. So
Okay.
I'm going to use 14 luck points to make it a hard success.
Okay. With that, both of you manage to sort of sneak. I mean, Zell's stuff is sort of keeping you. You're fairly confident you can sneak. So as Abrail and Train kind of sneak a little down, and sort of Mara's talking to Ryth, and Zell and R2, are you guys just chilling?
Do I need to stay close to people to keep them in the...
You wouldn't have to make a stealth roll to just like walk a little down the hallway, so they're kind of still within your illusion. To use your illusion, or use your illusion too. But Abriel, as you and Train get sort of down the edge of this corridor, you kind of look in and you see there is a like a large kind of, you know, chamber of marble columns. There are these like raised platforms, or like kind of like raised seating, you know, like amphitheater seating style. Various people are just wearing kind of these like very clean looking robes with strange sigils on them. Could you both make a look roll for me?
43, which is a hard success.
I rolled a 1.
Great. So, Abriel, you're sort of scanning through it every time you kind of see. There's a large section of kids and you're looking through. But Train, your eagle eyes lock on to two very
I got that dad
familiar,
vision.
very familiar figures, and you can kind of like grab Abriel and sort of point them out to her.
Yeah.
At sort of the far edge of this group of children who are singing this song. There are also adults singing on either side, but like it's mostly these kids singing this. You notice that Revel and Rana and Revel are there. And both are wearing over their their robes these red ribbons with like medallions in the center of them.
And they're the only ones.
No.
They're the only ones with the medallions.
They're in there. Oh.
And they are both singing their hearts out to this song. Yub nub, each hop yub nub, atomi tochi bikin, ganoop dog fling, oh ah. And they're like really like focusing on the center of the room, where you notice that Quag is hovering. The teacher is like, the teacher is floating about like 5 or 6 feet off the ground, kind of like it, like with her legs crossed, hovering like in a meditation pose, kind of the way Ray does, you know. And pacing in front of her is Arden Lynn, who seems very impatient.
Philip, can I like make like a cultural or something to kind of like getting the sense of like how like this is progressing, like, so like can I get a sense like how long, like I kind of like knowing, like having like been around like rituals and like cult, like music and stuff like that, like can I like,
Do they look like sacrifices?
no, that's, they obviously look like sacrifices. Can I get a sense of like how long, like where they say like with the swelling, the ebbing and flowing of like the chanting and everything, like how long it feels like this is going and how long it feels like this might last, like what, like can I get a sense, like if I were to look at the Spotify, if I look at the Spotify of this track, like where in the track are we?
I like how that Spotify is what a track is now, because it's just, that's been tracks. Yes. Yes, you look at the track, you look at the remaining time on the Netflix, on the Spotify, on the
exactly.
on your iPod Nano. No, the Nano doesn't have a screen. That's a bad example.
I got my old iPod Touch.
There you go. The point being, you suspect that this has been going for a while, but does have a decent amount of time left.
Okay.
Nothing seems like super intense, and Quag seems very focused, but like there's no, like there's kind of it's a more like workmanly energy that's going on. It's not like a like last minute vibes.
Okay, gotcha.
I actually would maybe say something to Mara here.
Okay.
I don't know if this is... I guess I will have to like position myself in front of you and face you. I don't know if this is relevant, but I remember where I heard that song before. And it was on Endor after the second Death Star exploded. It was a celebration song for victory. But I don't know if that ties to you at all. Just seemed like it might only matter to you. Because it's where the Emperor
sound
died.
like
Right? That's where Darth Vader Griffin killed him.
It's interesting because it doesn't sound like a happy song.
Oh, this is a very different version of it.
Oh,
This is like that
I
acoustic
did not hear
single
the
vocalist
version on
cover
Endor.
that you would put over a trailer for something.
Haunting
I understand that very
arrangement.
well.
Might mean nothing. But it might mean something.
That's an odd connection to make.
Alleluia.
Or is it an odd connection to make? Is it or is it? I want it to stop though, because it's getting quite annoying.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure when invariably we attack, it'll stop.
Agreed. Thank you for telling me.
Again, might be nothing. That's it. That's all I got. I'll turn to the side again. No longer able to speak.
Well, right.
Can I?
Good.
Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna go up to stealthily walk up behind Train and Abrielle.
Okay.
And just like tap Abrielle's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, "What's the play? What do you want to do? These are your children."
I can't tell if Quag is distracted and in a trance enough to the point that we could get them and that one.
Can I like Scooby Doo like look? Oh, go
You're-
head above her or something.
You do have a stealth of like you have a stealth over 50, right, Mara?
Yes. I
Okay,
do.
so yeah, you can kind of get between Zell stuff. You can kind of get to them, and you can see what they've seen. You've seen the kids before. You spot them. They're wearing like head chorister ribbons, and you see
In another context, I would be super proud.
you see Quag hovering, and you do see Arden Lynn pacing. And when your eyes
Do
fall
I-
on Arden
oh.
Lynn, there is this kind of just this worm in your head, this voice, kind of just as always, just kind of like just pulling you for the moment, kind of like making that stomach feeling just fall out of just.
You will kill Luke Skywalker.
You feel it just. It's always there, and it seems like it's like something like seeing her. It's connecting it again. It's bringing it in again.
Do I recognize the robes or anything that are on and like the children, or do I sense in the force that Crag is Crag Heart?
Quag.
Quag.
Quag,
Kwage.
sorry,
Yeah.
Quag. My speech impediment did not like that.
It's
It's the first time I said it.
It's a rough name.
Yeah, Quag. I have to think about it to say it now. With my understanding, as my like somewhat understanding of the force, do I feel like she is distracted enough?
She seems very distracted now. She may be in one of those ridiculous force trances where she's kind of
Right,
aware of other
of
stuff
course.
too, but she's very focused on this. And if this
Cool.
were a video game, Train was kind of asking about a progress bar. She's probably kind of fixated on filling up that progress bar. That's probably her
Yeah,
plan.
absolutely.
And do we know that's Arden Lynn?
You've seen a video of her and Mara's
We've
described
seen,
her.
yeah, we
Yes.
saw
You
that
yeah,
data
holo of her,
pad
yeah.
or the
Yeah,
hologram.
you saw her
Yeah,
ripping
that's her.
hearts out left and right.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to go for the kids? And Zell and I go for Arden?
Will that be enough to distract Quag if she's not in a total trance? I guess, Train, what do you think? That seems like our best option.
How? So aren't they like right next to her?
The kids are like kind of like there. It's like so like if it's it's like a circular symposium. They're down in the middle, and the kids are like in the first couple rows. So they're 15, 20 feet away.
Okay. If we, I mean, I don't. If we can get
Wait.
out.
Are there like cloaks around that
I was gonna
like...
ask Zell if he could put us in clothes. We're thinking.
Ooh, I was gonna be like, can we steal some? But then yeah, you were like
So
let me
yeah, your
have
options
it
here are
yourself.
either you need a hard luck to find cloaks and extreme luck to find cloaks for everyone, or Zell could spend a force point and make you all wearing these cult robes.
Zell, can you make us match?
outfits.
Didn't even want to look, huh?
Can you put us in robes? I promise you can do whatever you want with. Nope, that's. I'm gonna backtrack that.
You should.
Abrielle did not say that. I promise after we get our kids to safety, you can play whatever practical jokes you want to on me, on Train, whatever. Will you do this?
I'll look to Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
Will it work?
Not against
Is
that,
now the time?
but perhaps it is. We must move. You must defeat Arden so I can steal her power and attack Vag while she is still weak, while she is focused before she completes this ritual and brings about Zendor.
Is now the time?
I believe now is the time.
Okay,
This is the moment.
let's suit up.
All right. So.
I would like to coordinate now.
Okay. So, a combat sequence is about to happen. Zell is using an illusion. Go ahead and roll the illusion roll. Just kind of, this will be how convincing. R2's a little harder to fit into it.
I was gonna ask if there were any droids around. If
No,
this
no
is even
droids. You don't see any droids.
Didn't think so. It's
You
gonna
could be
a
like
roll.
you could be like a Jawa.
And make him like a
can-
like a human one. Like make him look human as part of this, or is that?
But roll that will require a higher roll. Putting
give me a real
everybody
deep
else in
hood.
cloaks
Just
is
give me a
not
real
hard,
deep
but,
hood.
but yeah.
That is a hard success.
The hard success, you, Writhe, Abrielle, Train, and Mara look like just people in sort of the robes, kind of indeterminate, whatever. R2 looks like a very blocky thing in a robe. And he's definitely hovering or rolling, but he's not, he won't draw your eye, but if you look at him, you'll be like, what? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should try to hang towards the back.
Okay, can I coordinate now?
Yes. Go ahead and make a coordinate roll as this combat is about to begin.
Okay, that's a 35.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and use, see, all this luck. I'm going to use luck points to bring it down to an extreme success.
Okay.
So that's
Alrighty.
math.
Let's see here. An extreme success, you say?
Yes.
All right. I don't have this file open. I need to look at what that means.
And ideally, do I have to tell you what I would like to do? Ideally, in my
Yes. So I mean, so when you do
Others.
your coordinate, what you're mainly doing is you are eliminating penalties from everyone teaming up and doing things as like group actions.
Okay.
So with an extreme success, you've basically eliminated, like, unless you guys do insanely complex stuff, there's no penalties. So yes, but tell us your overall plan for sure. But mechanically, what's going on is go ahead.
Okay, I would like Train and I to go toward the kids as discreetly as possible. Arden Lynn, Zell, and Lord Writhe would be on standby to distract, kill, do whatever they need to do to Arden Lynn, and potentially distract Quag, hopefully bringing her attention to whatever conflict is happening there.
Okay.
Because I'm sure everyone is aware we are not Force users. We have no chance against Quag.
All right.
I believe.
Snapped her fingers and killed all life within several miles.
Yeah.
I don't think.
One thing I will mention to you, Abrielle.
Uh-huh.
Because you got an extreme on your coordinate, I'll throw this at you. You have a
Okay.
feature called Coordinated Strike, which basically lets you guys fight twice, but you have to attack to make that work.
Lead the charge.
So while potentially Train could go try to grab the kids, they will only get like Mara and Zell and Writhe if he winds up being in it. And R2, what's your plan for R2? You didn't include R2 in this. Is R2 also going after Arden?
Yes. Or this is like a discussion that we're having with each other, correct?
It is. I mean,
All
it's
right.
also kind of a discussion your character's having in her own head because you're the thing. I just wouldn't
Okay.
throw that out there if you're trying to do a coordinated strike.
So then I will ask Train, do you think R2 would be better served to help us get the kids or to help to help us get the kids or them?
I mean, they liked him, right? Like when they saw him, I guess they saw him differently. Like they saw him as Bozetto, but they probably think he's cool and be like, I don't know, at least like can like help wrangle like a sheepdog, like a sheep. I don't know what's the equivalent of a sheepdog.
They
in this
are
person?
our children and not sheep.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Just in
Or just
the
like-
spirit of hustling out.
yes.
Is there Is there? Oh, this is a question for. I was gonna be like, if there's like lights or anything in the temple and sanctuary, maybe R2 can like disable some things, tech-wise.
Mara, do you have a blaster? Or that got...
That was stolen from me, and it's a very touchy subject.
Well, because I could have attacked. Oof.
Yeah, my blaster was stolen from me, unfortunately.
Okay, I will help lead the charge against Arden Lyn, because I do have to be the one to make the first strike. Whether or not I make it doesn't matter. We need to keep the attention on us. Train, you and R2 are going to get the kids out.
Yeah.
You're not going to be dramatic about her potentially dying? Okay. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Is there any technology down here, Philip? Just as like a...
There is, so in terms of lights, I heard you asking about that. There's like open windows because it's sort of daylight. So like the weird blue of hyperspace is kind of what's lighting this chamber. There are also various like torches and stuff, but it's no, there's no tech in here.
Okay.
Quag doesn't fuck with tech. She's here to.
I'm going to suggest that if you want to lead the charge, Abriel, Zell can. I think it could be interesting if Zell and I could have a little bit of element of surprise. Zell can come in under an illusion or some sort of sneaking around. I can quickly go around and maybe like jump in to cause a bigger distraction. And I know Arden, you can go and lead it, and then I can jump in after that. You do that is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, again, so this is I know these combat things. I'm going to try to, my hope is for one time to have you guys understand how the combat works at this game before we finally end. Because remember, you're not rolling any individual moves, any individual thing, you're rolling your overall objective. So I'm going to try to describe the results of the roll more multi-stage cinematically, etc.
Yes.
But it just, so basically all that is required is that Abriel has to be part of the attack. So, yeah, she doesn't have to necessarily be like the first strike. It's just that everyone who's attacking goes and we'll imagine the movie in our mind to be the most cinematically.
So
cool
Abriel does
version.
not have to be the first to attack.
She does not have to be the first, like she just has to be part of that attack because she has to be involved in it so she can coordinate an additional attack. If she's off doing something else, she can't coordinate that because she's not making an aggressor talent roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I would say, do you want me to just jump in and cause a distraction onto Arden Lyn? Because that's an option.
Do you know her vulnerabilities?
No,
Does she have any?
not really.
Perfect. Well, if you want to jump in, I'll be right behind you, and
It's
hopefully-
either I jump in first and I go first, or you go first and say, and make sub to do with Zell or something, and then I jump in after. So it's up to you what you think is best.
Okay. Also make it so none of us jump in to start.
That
We
too.
still- Or bring other reinforcements.
I was going to say, what if he created a bunch of robed things that just descended on Arden Lyn, and we're in the middle of it?
Mhm.
That way we can just all strike at once, and for at least a moment, she won't know who to attack.
I think it's a great idea. As much distraction as possible.
Right.
That's her weakness. I mean, it's just if we all attack and there's other things, she might not know which one to attack first. But as soon as she sees me, it might end up being me.
Koti chatunu yabnam Koti chatutu
All right.
Go.
Let's do
yawa Koti chatutu yacha.
So, with
Abriel
this,
is losing her touch because
we
the
are
stakes are so high for
so
her.
with this we are making several rolls. for this combat sequence, train R2 and what is it that you two are doing?
We're going for the kids, right?
So what is your kind of what's your plan? You're just sneaking to the kids. You're just walking casually and just trying to grab them and run.
I mean, I think it's like the sense I got was like we're walking in while the distraction's happening. We're taking advantage of that to then like run while the the chaos is
Understood. So your plan is not to try to get the kids out first. You'll get them while this is going on.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then in that case, Abriel, Mara, and Zell, please tell me. Don't make your rolls yet, but please tell me how many rolls you're going to make and what it is you're trying to do. It sounds like Abriel is going to make an attack. Are you just attacking?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I get to decide which weapon I use? Because I would like to use one-handed melee.
Yeah, for sure. You'll kind of run up and attack Arden with a glow saber, and there we go. Mara.
Would a vibro dagger or a glow saber be more effective against Arden? Would I have a sense of that, or neither?
Neither. It's gonna be great, but just you're there to distract and lead the charge, and just kind of maybe chip away at stuff. So kind of either way is fine. Zell.
Okay.
I think we are going to create the illusion of a bunch of hooded characters coming in and kind of rushing the stage.
So you're basically,
if you will.
So your plan is you're just trying to have there be so many people so she can't see who's the real people. That's the idea.
And then as we get close, go in for a swipe. On her and kind of fade back into the, kind of coming in and out of the crowd.
Okay, so you are going to make 2 rolls. You're going to make your witch illusion, and you're going to spend a point to do that, and then you're going to make an attack, and both have 1 penalty on them because you're doing 2 things.
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Might do one other thing. I might do one more thing, but let me
think on that. We'll come back to that in a moment. And Mara, what is your plan? You can jump in for free. It's just attack, full on attack. You only have 1 weapon, which sucks. Because I'm mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's really it really sucks.
And it's Marinwell's fault. I didn't do it. Marinwell. I did it. So, what's the plan? You're gonna attack with your fuchsia blade. Crystal was
I will
belonged.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to have my lightsaber in my hand.
Okay.
But I want to sneak in Zell's.
Okay, understood.
I want to sneak in. If we're doing this plan, I want to sneak in. I want to get as close to Arden Lynn's back as possible.
Understood.
And I want to come from the side where if I can come in from behind her in comparison to like front on, and I will only then like make my attack and light my lightsaber I am like.
And remember, it's make your attacks. You'll be dueling with her presumably. So
exactly.
As you
I'll make my attacks when I get right up to her, but I want to sneak up to her.
So here's where coordinate comes in. Because Zell still is trying to do 2 things, so he has to roll the penalties on his multiple things. But if he succeeds at his illusion, you don't have to roll stealth. The fact that you're attempting, it's the fact that this is all to provide you with that stealth. So basically, Abriel, you're going to make an attack. Mara's going to make an attack. Zell is going to make an illusion and an attack with 1 penalty. And have you decided to do anything else?
Would, like, if we wanted to call in like reinforcements or something, like can I hold? It's just like depending on like how things go, like there may be like other illusions to bring in.
Because Abriel is going to allow you guys to do a coordinated strike, you could do that on your 2nd round. So for this one, I would only do the 2 things.
Okay.
Cool. Train and R2, since you guys are using this as a distraction, your plan is to just grab the children and run?
Unless someone suggests a better option, that's what I got.
Okay, cool. Okay, so...
Are there any other, like, bogeys in here that we should need to be...
You haven't noticed any other... It's like Arden's there and Quag is there, but like everyone in the thing just looks like normal people just singing a weird song. So, I need Zell Yaga to roll your illusion roll. Spend your 1 thing. You have 1 penalty on this. Spend your 1 force point to charge it up, and you can, of course, spend force points to get rid of penalties if you so choose.
But just, yeah, it makes it so I have to roll a flat roll.
Yeah, it's a flat roll for you on this.
I will use 10 luck to make it an extreme.
An extreme success. All right. So suddenly the chamber is filled with people in robes kind of just like moving in towards the center. Arden, who's pace... Yeah, go ahead, Aubrielle.
Okay, wait. So, like, before the big flood goes in, I'm going to go to Train and say, if I don't make it, tell the kids I love them.
Shut up. Shut the criff up. We'll tell them that yourself.
And I'll do a like a tender, like Boromir or Aragorn and Boromir face thing, like, and hesitate for a moment, and then nod and like pat his chest and turn to join the others.
All right.
They're getting back together.
We don't know yet.
So, with that, Aubrielle,
Yes.
Mara, and Zell. Suddenly the place fills with bodies. Arden Lynn sort of turns, and as she's just like pacing, she says, Who are all these people? Wait, there's not more. What is happening? And she starts like swiping through some of these people. At this point, I need Aubrielle, Mara, and Zell to roll their attacks, as you all sort of get into position and you make your attacks against her.
21.
Okay, what is that for you?
And if am I doing a melee weapon attack?
Yeah.
I'm going to use 3 luck to bring it down to an extreme success.
Extreme, lovely.
I'm spending a force point to re-roll because I just got regular successes for both, and I want to try and get something higher. And that's it.
Okay. Or something lower, I'd imagine. But yeah.
I got a... Oh, go, Zell.
No, go ahead.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I don't think that's a vital, but that's an extreme.
Well, yeah, what's your score?
51.
Yeah, that's an extreme. Very good. So extreme, Zell.
What would
I rolled a
make it
1.
A 1 on your attack.
What would
and that
make
was
mine
with a
a
penalty?
vital?
Yeah, because I have 2 bonuses normally.
So you only had
it's
1
just-
bonus. So that's a 1. So Zell, you will have a vital. For you, Mara, you would require a 2 to have a vital.
Okay, then I'll spend the luck to do that. So it'll be, I have a 6, so I will spend 4 luck points to make it a vital.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Gonna roll for old...
If that first attack, I want to get that in.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
The hit and fade.
Just out of curiosity, that's how many dice Arden gets to roll.
That's pretty. So many colors.
Hate you sometimes.
She's cool. Whatever. So basically, as you guys sort of rush in this sort of thing, sort of 2 things happen. The first is that as Arden sees all these bodies swarming around her, she basically like this part of her giant robot arm swings out, and it becomes a scythe, and she just spins and takes out like most of the sort of group coming. I'll say that Zell and Aubrielle, since kind of the way you guys are moving in, you were not struck by that. But Zell, your illusion kind of like almost totally disappears. But Zell, at that point, you come in, and though she has rolled a vital success, you've also rolled a vital. So how much damage do you do?
It is high.
That's a high damage. That's 2?
Yeah.
Mara, and yours is also high damage?
Yes, it is high too.
So Aubrielle, you're sort of like, your attack kind of bounces off you sort of as did you go vibro dagger or vibro blade or
glow saber?
So you kind of come in with a glow saber and she's just swinging. You're like, and you kind of, like you swipe at her, but she's not there. But both Mara and Zell manage to sort of get near her. I'm going to go ahead and make her armor roll.
I want to be from behind, reminder.
Yeah, you're behind. Okay, she rolls. That's very good. So Zell, she takes only one sort of hit of damage from yours as like her metal arm catches like much of the flame, but she is now on fire because you hit her with a flame blade, correct? Is that the way it works?
No, because I have to win.
Oh, you have to win to do that. It's not if it's tie. Okay, great. So you've done that, and she kind of like howls at you as you sort of come in, and she begins to like block these strikes from you, and some of them are sort of hitting her, but she's definitely holding her own, but you're just kind of pressing your advantage, so you're doing some damage to her. Mara, you jump in from the rear, and because she's dealing with him, you definitely like swipe at her and sort of burn her back, but at that point, when you swing for your next sort of vital success, about to like hit her in the heart, she swings up her hand and catches your saber in her bare hand. And though you smell this burning sensation, she looks at you with these wild eyes and says, I told you to stay away. I'm a steel hand of Palawa. Do you know what that means? And she just like pushes it back, and though you continue going, she begins blocking you're kind of parrying yours, all your attacks. She's managed to get through. You've injured her for sure. You've gotten through. Zell, you've gotten part of the way through. And the other thing is, Mara, with you doing these vital things, she's unable to go for your chest. She's unable to make a like rip this lady's heart out because she's got two people on either side. Abrielle. And so R2 and Train. A big fight is going on. Some people stop singing, but Train, you notice as you're running to the kids, amidst this craziness, R2 kind of hovering behind, that while many of the kids are like, stopping, Revel and Rana are like, keep singing, and they continue singing even more loudly. They're like leading the charge.
Great, cool, sick. I mean, do we get to the kids?
You make it to the kids, for sure, you're there. So go ahead, and if you're just grabbing them, it's a grapple.
I'm also saying like Revel, Rana, we have to go down.
Dad, you're here. Listen to our song. We're singing so good. We're gonna learn everything.
I think you're doing a great job. We need to get out of here. You can show it to me and Mom later, okay? Let's go.
No, we have to sing. We have to help bring the man back.
He's a very bad man.
What?
We have to.
No, the teacher said we need to bring the man back.
The teacher is not good. The teacher is bad.
Down below, like Abrielle's like trying to swing at this scythe as the illusions are falling, and Zell's like lighting the top of the arm with fire, and Mara's just like dealing with like a literal like hand that this woman's just, kind of going with, kind of just like where she's getting worn down by both sides. The kids don't seem to want to go with you, Train.
The teacher tried to kill your mother.
Oh, well, is she one? Well, why is she attacking the teacher? Or Miss Arden?
And I'm just gonna grab them and go.
Okay, so make your grapple roll.
Where is
Not
that?
Miss Arden.
Jeez,
Miss Arden.
My
She's
grapple
Miss
is so bad. Okay.
The TA.
That's a 60, which is my grapple is a 15.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend 45 luck points to make it a success.
Understood. Pick a kid.
Oh!
Can I spend more to?
Maybe go for a hard success.
Okay. I need to spend
Oh my god.
8 more, so I'm gonna spend 53 luck points to make it a hard success.
All right. You grab your kids. And they're like, hey! And R2, I guess R2 even could have assisted you, but at this point you're probably doing this.
I really can't.
Yeah, I guess you're
carrying
just
the children.
R2, you're just tell you what, R2,
I'm
roll
gonna have my plan was to just have my electroshock probe
Just
out
out
and
to-
just fend off anyone that comes after.
Understood. So far, okay. No one seems to be coming after you. Train, as you grab the kids, they're like, hey, no, put us down. We're not done. We gotta bring the man back. We gotta sing. And Train, you hear a voice, sort of quiet over the cacophony, but it's kind of made loud enough to you. And the voice says, unhappy with their tutelage, are you? Yeah. And you kind of glance up, and Quag kind of like, her eyes are still closed. She's still hovering, but like she raises an eyebrow. as if in response.
I'm going to ignore it.
Uh-huh. And you're going to just move out with your shield.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Arden Lynn has had to spend, or Arden Lynn's stuff has gone down a little because 3 have gone through. Yeesh. She's got a lot of resilience, but 2 of you here. All right, so Abrielle. So this combat sequence is crazy, and she's got this, but Abrielle, you can coordinate your strike, so all 3 of you get to make another attack against her at this point.
I will do it.
All right, so everybody go ahead and make one more attack roll with your chosen weapon.
Is there a way that I can use tactical advantage, or that's only at the very beginning?
How does tactical advantage work? Can you remind me? I'm not on that page right now.
When a combat sequence begins, you and all of your allies gain a 1 bonus on any roll of your choice during that combat sequence. Each must choose to use this bonus before a talent roll is attempted.
That's a free thing you just get to do?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say you put it onto this one.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a coordinate roll. You need a hard success for them to be able to take another thing. I forgot that part.
Can I add the bonus onto this? Or does it have to be across the board?
It has to be... You know what? I would allow you to put the bonus onto this part because you know that your fighting isn't what will take them out. You're trying to give them an extra attack. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 36. 15.
That's a great success for you. Okay, great. So, Mara and Zell, you guys can press your advantage against her and make another attack. So go ahead and do
Are all the other illusions done?
Your other illusions are done, Zell. Because you were considering bringing illusions in. I will say that you suspect Arden's susceptibility to that is lower. She would be hurt by them, but she might be somewhat resistant to them. Her power in the Force, like now that you're fighting her, you're like, this is a serious person. You suspect that despite how impressive your illusions are, she doesn't have the automatic see-through that Quag does, but she's probably very good at seeing through, and even if your illusions hurt her, they might only be doing half damage. If you played D&D, I'd say she probably has resistance to this kind of attack.
It's more for offensive purposes rather than...
Oh, but you can do more damage with those, you mean?
I wanted to just make a bunch of us and me and Mara like surrounding her, so she's not sure like...
Understood.
When she goes to strike, where...
I understand what you're saying.
Where to focus her.
Give me a psychology roll on that.
Got it.
Let's do that. I know you're pretty darn good at those.
That is a hard success.
You have a suspicion that, like, in a true battle situation, she's going to probably have some real bonuses to see through that kind of stuff. It might be worth doing. But like at best, that's just going to give you guys some bonuses on your attacks, and it's also then going to give you penalties on attacks and illusions. You know, this is a witch knight knows at some point you're gonna have to.
You just gotta go.
You're gonna have to use the blade. So Mara and Zell, go ahead and make attack rolls for me again, unless you're doing anything special or different. You do have to make an aggressor talent roll, but you could do it in a different way or add on extra stuff, etc., etc.
I kind of want to add on something else to my attack.
Okay, what do you want to do as you're attacking?
I want to attempt to, hit her again successfully.
Okay.
And with my other hand, like my right hand, I'm trying to hit her. Oh, this is so stupid. But I want to do it based on previous moments with her. I want to use my other hand and try and use telekinesis. I want to try with my other hand to try and hold her metal arm.
Oh, okay. So a contested pull on her metal arm. I like that. All right, you can roll those. You're going to have a penalty on both because you're doing two things.
That means that means I have a straight roll on each.
Okay, cool. So make your straight rolls on those. Zell, go ahead and do your attack. So, yeah, go ahead. Or Zell, are you going to do something else?
Can I do a Lord Wraith illusion coming in?
Lord Wright's
as well. Would that distract? Or does she not care about him?
You don't know if you're not sure. You haven't heard her talk. He knows who she is. You don't know that she necessarily knows who he was.
Right, we'll just.
But you can. I mean, although Lord Wright seems to be like, you kind of clock him. He's like waiting to kind of run in and try to drain her anyway.
Okay, that was.
Okay.
I'm spending 2 force points to reroll.
Okay, both of them.
Yeah, I just failed both. I did not fumble, but I failed both.
Understood.
And then can I do 2 attacks?
Sure. You'll have a penalty on both, but yeah, you could just go.
But with the bonus that is Abrielle giving us a bonus?
Oh no, you don't get a bonus. It's that you literally get to. Oh shoot, you both get a bonus on one of these. So on one of them, you get a bonus.
Oh.
So
okay.
basically, just don't charge yourself 1 force point there, Mara. Retain one of the force points you just had. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if I do 2 attacks, the first attack has no penalty, the second one has 1.
Correct.
Okay.
I have a regular success on my lightsaber.
Okay.
And I got a 14, which is an extreme success on my telekinesis.
Okay. Interestingly, the telekinesis of her arm, that is something that she does. So the attack roll, she's kind of just like, you're just rolling against her sort of her static. She doesn't get to roll to try to do it. The telekinesis is different because telekinesis is always it is always contested. So let me
Can I since I got a 14, how many luck points will it take to make that a vital?
What is your score?
I'm ready. I got a 14, it's 109.
Oh, 109, you would need to get to a 5 to have it be a vital.
So I have 14.
Yeah.
So I will spend I rolled a 14.
So you just spent,
I need a 5. So that's nine luck. I'll spend the 9 luck to make it a vital.
All right.
Because we're at the end. I might as well.
Understood. Okay. So she does get to go to this. You have a vital. Okay, so she's got to resist
I have a
this.
vital on telekinesis and then a regular on the lightsaber.
Okay, the lightsaber seems to like not even like your lightsaber's just not doing anything, but now you're doing the telekinesis, and she's kind of surprised at how intense this is coming in. And Zell's of course attacking her too, but you're also attacking. You're telekinesing the thing that Zell's attacking. You know, she's blocking. Then suddenly she's like, Zell, go ahead and roll your attacks, or tell me that.
So I rolled. First one I rolled. I used force point to re-roll. Got a 5, so using 1 luck point to make it a vital.
Okay, so that's 4 plus, okay, that's a lot. Okay, yep.
And then the second one was 24, so use 6 luck points to make it an extreme.
So that's 4. So it's 3 plus, and then they're highs. So it's 5 plus 6 is 11. Get to go through because she basically just gets the automatic of like a normal thing because this is your bonus one because coordinated strike is hella OP. That's 11. Okay. Okay.
But now is she on fire?
Yes, she's on fire. Mara is also trying to pull her arm. Now, I do get to roll her. Because it is attached to her, I'm giving her 1 extra bonus die to resist this telekinesis. Is that... I can't even spend a force point for her because I have to use them to keep her alive because her I mean, it's a success, but it's against her lowest is a 60. I just rolled a 60, an 80, and a 90. So you do manage to basically here's how this goes down. Mara, you're trying to attack her, and it's even a thing of like she you know, maybe we'll just say for the flavor of it, she like throws your lightsaber to the side, but you grab her as she's like moving in for your hand. She's you pull her hand to the side, and then Zell, with just these brutal strikes on her back, she goes up in green flame as her hand is like held out of the way.
As I hold her hand, there's like like 1 bead of sweat going down my temple, and I just say, "It's time to give me your hand."
She just screams, and she's like, bring him already! Bring him to me! As she's aflame. You're pulling her hand. She's sort of like locked to this thing. She looks, kind of going up in flame behind it. She will She'll use all her resilience. Oh, she gets to make, I get to do an armor. Hold on. That will reduce it by 1, so only 10, thank God. The next one won't reduce it at all, that's above her armor. And I'm just gonna give her a lucky break, because fuck. She does not get a bonus on luck. Does she even have luck? Oh god, 40, Jesus Christ. Come on.
Does she get a penalty for being on fire?
No, not for luck. For other things, sure. Nope, 82. Yeah, alright, so she's like, so basically, she just took a condition, which is kind of exactly what you wanted. So, as you say this, Lord Rythe, as you sort of say, I'm gonna take time for me to take your hand, Rythe, you hear his voice saying,
No time for me to feed.
and Rythe kind of like leaps kind of like onto her back through this green flame. These 2 tendrils snaking out. She's like, huh? And then kind of these tendrils go into her nose and begin to like suck what the Anzadi call the soup out of her. So as Rythe begins to sort of pull the power from Arden, they're gonna roll some stuff, but as you two kind of like you've done what you meant to do. He's feeding her, and you see Rythe's face, Jacket Girl. It's like Jacket Girl repellent. I nearly said something much more graphic, as his wrinkles go away, as like before your eyes he now looks like he's maybe only 100, and now 80, and now 60, and now a very handsome 50. And now
Jacket Girl would not be into him.
And now a wow 40. His hair, once all stringy, is like turning like black and lustrous. Real sort of like real Strahd look. At this point, she actually is resisting though. So we'll say he's getting the thing, but she rolled an extreme on that. His suck is it's not great.
It's Mega Maid. She's gone from suck to blow.
But as this is going on, Quag.
Do I get another round in the combat too?
You do not, because you were not doing because
okay.
she was not coordinating. You know what? You did an aggressor thing technically. You could only make another aggressor roll though with a coordinated strike. You can't use it to like run or something. You can only use it to fight again. So if you want to punch your kids, you can.
Just knock them out.
I mean,
no.
yeah.
I get a free one. I'll punch him.
I mean, it's like trying to do persuade them and try and if that would not be an action I could do right now. Like try and like just make a persuade roll.
Persuade. We're gonna leave this combat in a moment, so I will cut to you sort of doing that in a moment. But what you sort of do here is Quag saying,
Such anger. Such anger from Lord Rythe. Such violence.
And Arden's like, just bring him to me. And Rythe will sort of say, he's too far gone to be brought back now. Which is why it is strange when suddenly you all see this figure appearing right in front of Quag. This form, sort of like taking shape, a humanoid form. Is Quag saying,
So far back, Zendor is. So difficult to find in the Force. But always in motion is the cosmic force. Always changing is the plan. Always changing is Exo.
Quag sort of seems to like begin to float down to the ground. And she has basically, someone is kind of coming out of reality, kind of out of the past, being summoned back into life. This figure being formed there. Arden says, Xanor, but she's being weakened at this point, and Rythe is Rythe is kind of locked in this battle to get her life force out. Train you. Some of the kids around, some people were still chanting, but it seems like they tried to do enough. R2. The figure who suddenly appears there is familiar to you.
Yeah, I thought he might be.
He's older, as he was at the time of his death. A beard, longer hair. But you still see, even summoned through time, this distinctive kind of robotic hand. And he's sort of looking up like, what? What? He kind of looks at Quag and says, Master, you... He looks through. He sort of sees the strangeness of Writhe battling with Arden. And his eyes fall on this young, red-headed woman. He's never seen her before. Seems like she should be familiar. His eyes even go to R2 for a moment. R2. When is... But the only thing that Mara Jade can hear in her mind.
You will kill Luke Skywalker.
And he is standing before you, returned to flesh. Mara, what would you do in this moment?
You said my lightsaber was thrown away?
Your lightsaber was like knocked to the side. You know, like just like knocked out of your hand. It's like just it's no roll required to pull that back to you, style thing.
Okay, I was gonna just like telekinesis it back to me.
Okay.
And I just am staring. I was fully 100% on Arden Lynn the whole time watching her go through this, because I was like, I have to watch this because I was brought here for this, and now my gaze has shifted to Luke Skywalker.
Indeed. Let's just go ahead and just for the fun of it, why don't you just roll a willpower roll? Just like throw one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
like,
actually kind of wanted to roll one, because it's like one of those things where it's like with like instinct, I like got my lightsaber back in my hand, and I just managed like the slow turn to make eye contact with Luke Skywalker. So yeah, I would love a willpower roll. The 3.
All right, so you are not compelled, but the Emperor's voice is in your mind. You're able to resist, but as you do so,
Holy shit.
Please deteriorate one condition.
You will kill Luke Skywalker. I will have my vengeance.
Thundering in your ears. Meanwhile,
what's my current?
So your current is
condition?
your current would be resilient 1. So now you're just at normal.
Normal. Okay.
And as sort of Luke is looking around, he kind of turns to Quag and says, I understand. Sorry, I'm a little confused. Quag says,
Time to acclimate you can take later, but important work you have to do now.
R2, surprised to see you. Can you get those kids back here? Make. We need them still. I know it seems weird, but it's all gonna be okay, I promise.
I mean, Philip, I know it's a weird question, but is there something, because I have a former master before me that does not compute.
Sure.
A current master ordering me to do something.
I would say this is up to R2 Detoa. Train, you've got the kids. You're like beginning to move with them, and one of the kids says, "Look, a man."
Don't worry about it. R2, help me get the kids out of here. Come on.
I am going to start to move towards Luke, and basically just rapidly in binary, just trying to explain who all these people are and what is going on. Because Master Luke has always solved every problem.
He kind of like nods and is like, "Slow down. It's okay. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm here, I guess. his voice was more gravelly in the last Jedi. Sorry, I can't. He's like, yeah, I'm back. I'm not sure, but I understand what we're trying to balance things out. I think that's what she's trying to do. But we need. I heard the song the Ewoks sang. We need more focus. We need more. He kind of just looks at Rythe. I should also mention at this point, I'm going to do a quick roll off between them. Ooh, that's a 4 for her. Rythe loses control of Arden, who kind of just like frantically is like pushing away from him and is kind of rushing Quag. Like, you said you'd bring me in, you said you'd bring him. She's like freaking out, trying to like bring her armor out, and Quag just kind of does what a, Yoda style with the the Senate guards, and just she like throws Arden halfway across the room, and she kind of lands sort of knocked out, but Rythe is sort of standing kind of a little more powerfully, a little more like intense, kind of staring down Quag. Aubriel, Zell, what are you two up to?
I'm trying to make my way to the kids.
You're kind of crossing R2 as kind of R2's wheeling over to whoever the hell this guy is, and you're going to the kids. Yeah. Zell, what are you up to?
Is Arden by me, or is she the other side of the room?
Make a luck roll.
No. I have like no luck anymore, so.
There you go. She kind of tries to attack Quag, gets thrown over to the side. She's just laying over there, but it's not near where you are. So anything you want to do with what's sort of closer?
What is close to me? Is it just?
I mean, Rythe is now close to you. Mara's standing there. This guy is kind of like, what, he and R2 are not too far. Mara's kind of got real intense vibe. I mean, you know who Luke Skywalker is with your lore score. And then Aubriel and Train over there. And Quag is kind of standing maybe like 5 meters away. Or 4 or 5 meters.
I think first I would see if Luke was an illusion.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll. You can make a witch illusion roll for that.
Success.
He is not. He is here. This is a guy. He's been summoned out of time, restored to life as he was when he died. That Sybil Futurus, that projecting yourself across the galaxy, that was lethal for him. But he's no harm done. He's just here. R2. We hurry.
I'm still just like spilling through stuff, like explaining who Mara Jade is, that she's here, that she's
600 years. That's a long time. Wow, that's a really long time.
Master Ray has founded the Skywalkers, and that's a new order.
Wait, that seems too indulgent to name it after. He's like, R2, just remember that Ewok song. Can you keep playing that? Maybe we can get people singing again.
It was in a minor key.
Okay.
It sounded wrong.
All right. You look.
What is your name?
I'm Luke. What's your name? You almost look familiar.
Mara Jade, the Hand of the Emperor. And I march up to him, and I just close my hand around his throat.
Are you force choking, or you're just reaching for his?
I'm doing it with my hand.
Understood.
Make
that'll be a grapple.
That is a fail because my grapple is so low. Mm-hmm. It's a 37. So yeah, even the 37, I fail grapple.
How he'll handle this as you do that is he kind of like, you feel your hand go around his throat. And it's like almost like a ½ inch around his throat. You can just like feel the force. And he's like, okay, Hand of the Empire. Well, maybe get your hands a little stronger there next time. How are you still alive? Never mind, R2. We need to sing that song. There's still more to do.
So Master Luke is weirdly calm a lot of the time, and a lot of the things that he wants to focus on don't make sense to me at the time.
Very true.
But something isn't computing here. Is there a way for me to is there like a Skywalker saga roll that would allow me to see if something is off about Luke?
I mean, it really would be a psychology, which I'm sure is not great for you.
That's fine though. If that's what it is, that's what it is.
Go ahead and make a Skywalker saga roll. I mean, you know what? That's better because you actually need 1 point lower to get an extreme success to have enough like relevant points, but you do get a bonus on it. So sure, you need it's a 20 with a flat roll or a 19 with a bonus. So yeah, go ahead and do a Skywalker saga. That's fine. And he's just kind of looking at Mara, but like he kind of just like rebuffed you a little. Mara is just like whatever.
I want to like after this, I'll let R2 make his roll.
Sure.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay. Still get your bonus on the reroll, of course.
Okay. We'll spend some luck here.
Okay. He really wants to get this.
We'll spend 10 luck to make it an extreme.
An extreme. Wow. Okay. So, with an extreme success, you're thinking of times of Luke. He's definitely being a little like weird and kind of cryptic, but he's being that obnoxious kind of like chill, but he seems to be acting more like how he did when he was setting up his Jedi practicum. Not kind of after things went bad and he left after Ben Solo and everything. He seems to be in a much more like those like rebuilding times.
Wait, I'm sorry, like after Ben Solo left? Or
no,
before?
He's not like that. He's
before,
in it. He's in a more, he says, and he's like muttering like, it's so weird. I was talking to Rey. I remember talking to her. I remember telling her to look into her past. Oh, never mind, R2, we've got to... He kind of calls back and says, it's okay. He's calling out to you, Train, as you're, like, rushing upstairs with your kids and Abriel's. He's like, bring them back. It's all right. It's okay. It's all going to be okay.
I'm continuing to move.
Understood, yeah. It's not stopping you or anything. But he can say, sing, everyone. Mara, again, the voice pierces into your brain. The voice of the Emperor. Your vengeance is so near, as far as you can tell. He is... unarmed.
Even though the Force is like, I'm trying to still push my hand.
He like stepped away.
Yeah.
You're kind of at this point he's kind of over. He didn't even like engage with that. It stopped him and he's like, okay, and kind of walked away.
I just stand there and I just like look at him and I'm just like so tense. And like shaking. I say, no. I was brought here to have a different destiny. And without looking away from Luke, do I know where Arden Lynn is? Did I see her get pushed away?
You saw her get thrown, but your eyes weren't tracking her. So like you can tell in the area. Sure, you can make a glance over there for sure.
Can I make a glance over there and do I see her just lying on the ground?
You see her like crawling out of like a side tunnel. She's like rushing away.
I jump to her with my lightsaber out. I want to like jump, flip, and just put my lightsaber into her back.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
The attack? Do I have to make a jump roll or no?
You don't have to make jump rolls. You're at the level where this distance you don't have to make a jump roll. Oh God. Okay. She has 2 penalties.
I'm gonna spend a force point to re-roll.
No force points.
I got 1 regular success and 1 fail. That's just a regular success. I got a 50.
Okay. So Arden had 2 penalties, but she starts with so many fucking dice, that she has rolled a hard against you. So you reach out, and she, kind of like while crawling, like while in sort of pain, she sort of hears you, and she, as you reach, she just kind of spins up her one hand, her normal hand. Actually, no, I'll take that back. As you kind of swing down, because as you're swinging down with your hand, she catches your lightsaber hand in the iron grip of her robotic arm, and just like you can't bring it down any further. And she begins to like move her hand, her other hand, as if like preparing for like a chest punch, basically. And she just says, all you have to do is stay away. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined everything you
I was
caused him
brought
for me.
here to balance the destiny, to balance the power here.
Don't you see? The force isn't balanced. It never was. Thinking you can balance the force is like thinking you can survive this. And as she's beginning to sort of wind up, Zell, you're doing something?
As much as it's gonna suck, can I teleport there and hit her?
You may definitely do a witch teleport. Go ahead and roll it. You want to roll really good on this.
Yeah. I'll do a force point for a bonus. We'll re-roll. There we go.
Bless you.
Hard success. 16.
Okay. With a 16. Zell.
Well.
Yep.
I will.
Well.
I'll use 12 luck points. A 4 is a vital, I think, right? An 83?
Yeah, so 4 is a vital.
Okay.
All right. So Zell, with a vital success, you basically, it's honestly, you probably, like, with saber in hand, you're probably like plugging ears. Okay, here we go. And you
just gonna suck.
You go through, and Mara, as she's beginning to like wind up her hand, and this just cackling insanity, Zell, you are attacking her. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. Because of a vital, you don't have to roll an endurance roll. So that's good news, because I know you're not amazing at those.
That is a hard success.
Okay. All right. She's going for something else.
Hold on.
Okay.
What is my math? What is my math here?
You might be doing more.
I think it's... What is it? What do I need? I'll use another 12 luck for a vital.
Okay. What do you? How much luck do you have now?
3.
So Zell, basically, Mara, you're like, she's got your hand, and you see her, like, this steel hand she has. It still has lightsaber burns on it, but not as much as there should be. And you see she's about to rip your heart out, and she's just cackling like a mad woman. And then suddenly, you see Zell appear, like blood vessels burst, his, like, Antioch's mask, like, in a weird kind of... Honestly, the mask and eyes probably do help, but for fun, we'll say there's blood kind of trickling out the sides of him. But with a vital, he managed to just do this he just managed to, like, he's there, and he strikes down. Where do you hit her, Zell, with your saber?
Can I go for, like, a decapitate swing?
Sure. You sort of swing down with this kind of like green flame, like, through her throat, and Mary, you feel her fingertips almost like brushing your chest, almost like just getting there before this burst of green flame as she kind of falls back. And yet, though her head seems to be severed, she keeps cackling, just laughing hysterically, as her whole body catches green fire, and you sort of like scramble back. And Zell's just sort of standing there.
Probably collapse or take a knee next to him.
Yeah, you're like, oh, vacuum of space, vacuum of space. At this point, Quag says, she's kind of just made her way over there very quickly, and says, an interesting response you've had, Mara Jade. A kindness I tried to offer you. She gestures to Luke, kind of halfway across the room.
I was told I could have other options. And that I was brought here for a reason.
Other options?
That maybe there was another destiny for me.
Destiny? A destiny do you wish for?
A purpose.
A purpose you have, granted to you centuries ago by an emperor. An opportunity you have, this purpose to fulfill.
It doesn't have to be my purpose.
Removed? This purpose you'd like?
A new one.
I can teach you.
No, I don't want to.
The suffer you will continue to do.
I'm used to it.
She looks up at Zell. What wishes the Witch Knight?
I just want to get out of here.
Strange, such a journey to make. Nothing to show for it. Knowledge, you would not ask. Knowledge of Tuned. Knowledge of how to destroy the sorcerers.
Piqued my interest.
Wraith will say, do not listen to him, my friends. Or do not listen to her, my friends. She is a great deceiver. No deceit. Only knowledge. Only opportunity. Well, Wraith. She just kind of wanders over to him. R2, Luke is like still asking people. This is kind of all, happening at different times. You saw a bunch of shenanigans, but she's kind of wandered over to Wraith. They're about to talk. What would you like to do?
The only thing I can think of to do right now is to go in front of Luke and just play for him the recording I have of Arden Lim ripping out people's hearts.
Ah, what's that? No, there's kids here. Don't play that. R2, what's wrong with you? Has everyone gone crazy in 600 years?
These are the Karkin people that are involved with this. These are the people that want to sing the song, Master Luke.
Okay, I mean, I don't. This. We're trying to restore balance. We're trying to. It's time for the Jedi to rise again.
Jedi are dead.
Dead now. But returned? Aren't they? Go ahead, R2.
Master Luke, the Jedi died 600 years ago. You wanted them to. Rey founded a new order afterwards.
That was what was right for then.
And there are many orders now.
That's great. But I can feel it. This is what the Force wants. The times are changing again. Changing again are the times. Wraith says, this is your plan to bring back the Jedi. What is in this for you? Dark teacher. always in motion is the cosmic force. Always changing. New opportunities. If Luke Skywalker is not killed by the one sworn to do it, then the Jedi return will flourish across the galaxy again. An era of peace, perhaps? Train, you've been just Train and Abrielle, you guys have been running with your kids? You're outside by this point.
Okay, I was wondering if at this point I'd had time to like hug my kids and say we've got to go.
Yes, we'll cut to that. Sorry,
Yeah.
and I know this is going to be a long one. Sorry, guys.
I figured.
You're with them outside. They're like, we want to go. Wait, no, the teacher's going to be mad that we left.
No one is going to be mad at you, okay?
But we were chosen so special because of the sphere.
You are so special. You are so special, and that's why they wanted you.
And we're the head of the singers. We're the head choristers.
And I'm so proud of you.
Because we know how to sing good, and we know how to keep singing.
You do, but right now, listen to me. Right now, we have to get out of here. This is very serious. If you want to be in chorus, we can get you into a chorus. We have to go. But they're not good people.
But the teacher was gonna make us swamp pizza when we're done.
We can find you swamp pizza. Let's go. Now.
But what? No, we want to. And just kind of like Rana's just trying to go back. Revel's like,
I'll pick Rana up.
Oh, we want to go back. We're the head choristers.
I know. We have to go back. There will be no more questions. There will be no more discussion. Let's go.
She looks at you and says, "You will set me down." Make a willpower roll.
Oh,
Fortunately,
no.
I think you're fairly good at those.
I think I am, but let's see. 41. What is my willpower?
That's quack.
That's a fail.
But
you know what?
Oh, okay. Let's say for dramatic. I mean, actually, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do.
I will. I'm gonna spend luck points to make it a success.
Regular success?
Regular, yeah.
Cool. She rolled a hard, so you fail.
Fuck.
So you set her down.
Uh-huh.
And she just says, "Come on, Revel." And he says, "Yeah, we gotta go."
No.
We gotta
Molding
go.
his hand.
We gotta go. And Rana
We're leaving.
again says,
Yo.
You will let us go back and sing more. Make a willpower.
Me or
Train.
Oh. Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna be
Which
a dick
was
and use a DM force point to reroll that. Yeah.
That's a hard success.
Cool. She rolled a 1.
God damn it.
And then, so as you set him down and they start walking, you don't have to like not follow them, but they start moving back and you do hear Revel saying, "Oh my gosh, did that really work on them?" And she said, the teacher was right. I can control people's brains. And he says, "Don't do it to me." She says, "I might have to do it to you." He says, "Don't do it to me. I don't want you to do it to me." She's like, "It's not my fault if I have to. If the teacher tells me to, I will. Or if I decide I want to. No, don't do it." And so
Okay,
as they're kind of like,
hard.
yeah, you can follow after them, but they've convinced you to let them go back.
Yeah. Going back in.
Why did we let them go? What's wrong with us?
Do we know what happened? Like, do we understand what happened, or
Lore.
For both of us?
Yeah, or miscellany. Actually, either one's fine.
It's the same for me, so I'll do lore. 36 regular success.
I got 65.
Train, you suspect that the kids have picked up some force tricks, which is upsetting. Abrielle, you're not sure. You just think that you're in shock or something.
She used the force on us.
They weren't force users.
I don't know what to tell you. That's what happened. She used the force on us.
Quag.
Look, what the grip did she do to them?
I don't know.
At this point,
Let's go.
At this point, as R2, Zell, Reith, Quag, Mara and Luke Skywalker are kind of having this just like weird thing, and like the corpse, the still burning green, no longer laughing corpse of Arden Lynn over in the side, are sort of all just sort of standing there. Two little, and there's like various figures kind of around the room just watching this, but two little kids known to Mara and R2 pop up at the top of the stairs and say, "We're sorry, teacher. Our parents tried to drag us away, but then I controlled their brains." And then they start just walking down the stairs, and Quag says, "Oh, impressive that is then. Much you have learned. Singing again we will. Singing again we will be soon." Right says, "You will do no such thing." R2?
I just, in the middle of this, I just want to say one last thing to Luke.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Mash, Luke, I'm just trying to wrap my criffing mind around something, just try to make something compute here.
Sure. God, you know, in 600 years, R2, you've really picked up a lot more, like, really, talk, they couldn't give you a voice box? Just, this is the best you could do, is a data pad? Kind of taped to the side of you?
Look, I'm working with what I criffing got.
Oh, God, there's kids around. Stop it.
They can't understand.
They might see, they have good eyes. They might see this. He's like trying to stand in front of the monitor so no one can see the stuff you're writing.
Master Anakin turned to the dark side by trying to defy death. How is this different?
Reasonable question. One is that I didn't try. I'm just here. And two, he looks at Quag. Quag's different. I can sense the dark side, but I also sense the light side. I sense everything. It's not like Vader or the Emperor or even Ben. It's a different feeling. A new way of looking at things, maybe one that the Jedi needs now. Why is that lady staring at me so much? Mara, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm staring at him.
Yeah.
And then but then as soon as I see the kids,
yeah,
I'll look at Zell, because I assume Zell and I are both we're like on the ground, like that was a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
we had like a moment.
Sure.
And I'll look at Zell and just nod and just think, thank you. And then I would like to jump to the kids.
Okay. They say, "Whoa, hey, you're that driver lady."
And I'm just gonna like kneel down in front of them and just like do the thing that like, you know, you do with little kids.
Yeah.
Like I'll kneel down in front of them and like have one hand on each like of their arms.
Okay.
And just look up at them and just be like, the Force makes you feel a lot of different things. And what they teach you isn't always right. Your parents love you very, very much. And if they want you to leave, that's what matters. Not the Force, not your teacher. Love and what your parents are willing to do to save you. So please leave. Turn around and go back to your parents. The Force doesn't matter here for you.
They're looking up at you like, please roll a persuade with a bonus.
rolled an 8, which is a extreme success.
So they sort of, kind of, Rana just says, okay, wait. And they basically take your hands and start kind of like walking out with you. They're leading you away as well.
I'll take them to the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with them to the door. And just say, I can't take you any further. I have to finish what's here. But go to you. And I'll like see them and I'll just like point to Train and Abrielle. And I was like, go to them.
Revel says, wait, can all speeder pilots jump like that?
Yeah.
And Rana says,
yeah, they can.
And Rana looks up at you and kind of looks back at the room. And she just says, you should know. Come with us. The Force doesn't matter. You just said so.
It doesn't. But destiny does. Your destiny is with them. They're going to protect you and love you. They can't do that for me.
Revel's like, I mean, yeah, she is kind of old. That's true. I was like, shut up. So she kind of like gives you a little hug, but then we'll go back to her parents.
I'll nod to Train and Abrielle, and then I just turn my back and just slowly walk back into the temple.
As you're sort of standing there looking at them before you turn back, once again you hear the voice in your head, so furious, so angry.
You will kill Luke Skywalker! You will kill Luke Skywalker!
It's like desperate.
No, I won't! No! And I just say that out loud. I say, no!
I
will
you
not kill him!
to make... I want you to make a search your feelings roll. I would try to roll really high or really low on this, is what I try to do personally. With whatever resources you have left at 9:58. Which is not to say we're about to end, just that you guys have used a lot of resources already.
Reluck.
I rolled a 4. An extreme success means that's a vital. Wait, a 4 is a vital.
Yes, for you. Yeah, 4, a 5 or lower is a vital for you. So, Mara, as you sort of just like you just say you won't. You shout that you won't. And Zell, you feel a ripple in the Force. Luke looks up as well. Rythe and Quag both. I mean, Quag actually doesn't take her eyes off Rythe, but Rythe kind of looks up as Mara as you say that. And Mara, you see moving kind of out of you. You see a shade, a specter of Palpatine. One that has been inside you, carried with you. A mental connection, a weight on your mind. One that you reject. And as he sort of like flames out, you know, kind of unlimited power mode sort of thing. R2, you see it as well. Everyone in there. Abrielle and Train, you're already walking away with your kids, I'd imagine. But as this is sort of happening, you sort of notice, it kind of like, it's like moving down just like towards Luke with just this like rage in its eyes, and Luke just kind of looks up at it, says, what the, and just, he kind of like just gestures and it just dissipates. Oh. That was weird. And Quack says, Learned something she has.
I didn't need you to do it.
Rythe says, I do not trust you, Quag. I do not what this game that you're playing is. But I will not allow you to attempt to rebuild the Jedi with this reincarnated being. I cannot allow it. Are you alright? He kind of says up to you, Mara.
Enough. And I just start marching my way down the stairs to them.
Quag sort of sighs. Such limited vision. No willingness to learn. Not even the Witch Knight. Luke says, I'm willing to learn, but I provided things are done the right way. Oh, the right way. A Jedi Great Master I was, millennia ago. The right way I know. The right way I remember. R2.
Well, Master Luke, if you think this is the right thing to do, then it must be. You've never been wrong about that.
Oh, R2, I've been wrong a lot. I was wrong when I ran. I was wrong when I was wrong when I faced my father for the first time. Yoda said to stay. And he says Yoda. Anyone with a look, anyone who's present, not Abrail or Train, but if Mara or Zell have a look score, or even R2, have a look score of 77 or higher, okay, then no one notices when he says Yoda. Quag just do one of these. Oh boy. But he's saying Master Yoda told me to stay and I ran off anyway and it cost me. I've been wrong a lot, R2. This time...
Didn't Criffing say that was what you were supposed to do? That was the completion of your training?
Supposed to do and should have done aren't always the same thing. The point is, I understand what is special about this place that Quag's made. This planet. It's of the Force completely. It's made in the Force. He kind of looks and says, maybe it won't be the Jedi, but we're going to build something here. Anyone who wants to help is welcome to. I assume she wouldn't have wanted to help. And Quack says, no. Not one to build was Arden, only one to destroy. But sometimes destruction is useful. Wraith says, I cannot allow this to happen. We must stand against this. Are you with me? He turns to Zell and Tamara, kind of casting glances at both of you. Will you stand with me against them? You freed me.
Something isn't right here. That's all I know. You stole children from their families. You took people to use them, and I've seen what it was on the other side. I saw the parents. You can't do that. If you want to be, I know what is good and bad. I was the hand of the Emperor once. I understand that. And a good thing is not stealing children from their parents. So something is wrong inherently here.
Luke says, yeah, the stealing children part's not great. But you didn't steal children, did you? And Quack says, no children did I steal. Arden with recklessness acted, as always she does. No children here harmed were. All were taught, and now can return. Take them home, can't you? She turns to Zell and Mara. Or send them home, shall I?
One of us can take them home. You
So
don't need any more of your help.
She gestures to the 30 or 40 people in this chamber. All who came by the spheres. Summoned here in Arden's rage. A home I've given them.
training, knowledge, safety. But if to return home, you wish for them, in the dark side, all things are possible.
People should be offered the choice, not be forced.
Home, wish to return. Which of you do?
Most people raise their hand.
Complete you feel your training is?
Yes, yeah. I miss hollow novels.
Then home you may go. And your friends. My head choristers, home too they shall go.
Look at Mara. Send him home.
What about you?
Me?
Yes. Home, wish you to return. On your own you can travel.
Take care of myself.
Then home they shall go. And you, he turns to Mara.
I look at R2. From what it looks like, your old master is here. Your new master has left with his children. And I am still here. But I don't want to be here. What do you want?
Venge my skug.
Luke is like, stop it, R2. Cut that out. With a view screen. It's not like you're just in an X-Wing or something, buddy. Everyone can see this.
Well, Mr. Luke Skywalker, let's just put one thing clear. How, after you just saw me talk to these children to send them back home with their parents, can you say that this is the grand new awakening for the Jedi? Whatever the cripping fuck that means. How can you say that teacher is teaching balance and order for your Jedi? Is it good? Is it light or dark? Clearly she says the dark side, the light side. Mean anything to you?
He kind of puts like a hand on your shoulder, which is probably, I mean, you no longer have to kill him or anything, but it's probably obnoxious. But he puts this.
I kind of want to punch him in the face if he tries to put his hand on my shoulder.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. You can try. I'm going to tell you mathematically that's not going to happen, but you can certainly give it a swing if you want to.
I will flinch to do that.
He backs off. He's like, Mara? How do you pronounce your name?
People say different ones. It's fine.
All right. Well, you're talking a lot about destiny, should, right and wrong. Being dead for 600 years has taught me to accept what is. We came here in a certain way. You and I seem to have come here in very strange ways, but this is where we are. And I can feel the Force crackling in a new way, not because it should be, but because it is. We're going to try to do something new, which sometimes means doing something old in a new way. I feel like in another life, you could have helped me. And You still can try if you want to, but if you'd rather leave, that's fine. Ryth says, I'm not going to allow this. This cannot. And Quag just kind of waves a hand. At which point, Ryth, all the people who wanted to leave in this room, Abriel, Train, Revel, and Rana, disappear from Exo. You feel yourselves being pulled through hyperspace. At which point, Abriel...
I was saving my force points for taking them home.
Abriel, Train, Revel, and Rana. Now, Train, I'm going to let you make a luck roll real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Abriel and Train, contested luck roll between the two of you. That's what I want.
Wait, what is contested again?
Just both of you make a luck roll.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
Put it in chat.
I failed though because I've used a lot.
29, which is barely a success.
So you've Train succeeded?
Yes.
Well, you know who that's fucking good news for? Is a droid named Jeeves, because that's mean we're going to Train's home.
Oh.
Which is the Count's Vigor, and not all the way back to Alsaken.
Okay.
Of course. So you guys appear next to Jeeves.
And next to a rock.
Yes, who's staring at a rock. And
we're like holding our children's hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're okay.
What just happened? Jeeves?
Are we?
Oh,
Can you
you're
run
back.
a scan on us? Yes. Can you run a quick scan on us? Make sure that we are fully intact. These are our kids, Revel and Rana.
Why are they younglings? How revolting.
Well,
Don't talk about our kids like that.
Forgive
can you
me.
just do a scan?
A scan? I'm not a
make sure.
scientific droid.
Can't you do a general wellness scan? Don't.
No, that is not
Okay.
in my programming.
Never mind. Okay.
I can look at you with my ocular senses.
Oh, okay.
You are
Thank
all
you.
standing before me.
Thank you. How observant. Hey, kids, make friends. This is Jeeves.
This is Jeeves.
Hello, Jeeves. I can control my parents' minds.
And you will not be doing that from here on out.
You won't know if I do.
Okay. Yes, I will. I will know. And you don't want to find out what happens if and when you do that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to make a call. Now that you two are safe, Train, keep an eye on these two. Hold their hands, and I'll just like take them back to Train.
Jeeves says, I don't know how we're going to get back to your ship. I broke my orders on many occasions and tried to find it in the rock, but it is but a rock.
Yes. So can I pull out my comm and see? Can I try to calm Mara?
Outside the galaxy, you cannot calm her. No.
Well, I'm gonna try anyway.
You may. It's static. It's just.
Okay.
The hollow number you have dialed is unavailable. Please try again later.
I'm gonna look at Rana. I'm gonna say, hey. So Rana, sweetie, you can use the Force, right?
I can control minds and so.
Train.
It's not a big deal. I can just do something.
Can you like feel into the rock and feel if there might be a ship in there if you can find it, a spaceship.
I'll try. Okay. She'll give it a shot. Nope.
All right.
But then you hear a voice. Then you hear a voice saying,
I might be able to help with that if you'd like.
Oh, that freaking guy.
Oh.
and there's
you.
this Iktochi and this like rotten thing, and the kids go, ew. And she says, oh yes, him. And just he's like very injured still, but he's just kind of moving over to you all.
That's Witch Knight. As he said, oh, hello, little ones.
Don't.
Stay away from
I
our
will get in between them.
I would never harm a child unless they bothered me. If you like, I can try to undo the magic that witch knight put up. It's a capability I'm possessed of, you know. Similar skill sets and all that.
They're not.
You're not here.
That would be great, thank you.
I shall try to endeavour to find his vessel. In exchange, I won't even try to take it. Obviously, you must get your younglings home. All I wish is what I asked for previously. Only in reverse. Passage out of the Pimbremblin Empire. I have some soul searching to do. Having been beaten to Exo by you lot, a witch knight and a woman with red hair. I'm in a foul
Drop you
temper.
off at the nearest spaceport outside of the Pimbrellan Empire.
I would appreciate that greatly. How was Exo anyway? Was it fun?
No.
Were there wonders there?
No.
Oh, well then it sounds like I missed very little and have been just recuperating from my abdominal injury in peace here with your scintillating conversational droid.
Yeah, he's quite the conversationalist.
Gonna use one more DM force point to try to reroll that. It's good. I don't. Zell, do you remember what you rolled for this illusion?
It had to be at least an extreme.
I think it was an extreme. All right.
Oh boy.
He's close to an extreme. Vital, baby. 5. So basically, he kind of goes,
That's the ticket. But I'll tell you what the problem is. We've been staring at the wrong rock.
and he kind of gestures, and it's like a different part of the mountain disappears. And sitting there is the Count's figure. Oh, cool, your ship!
Great. Let's get on. Let's get out of here now.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
So you all board the ship.
What about Mara?
She can warp through space. I think
She
she's
can
gonna
go
be
to
fine.
any planet she wants
Yeah,
now.
I think she's gonna be fine.
I'm a mother. I'm still concerned.
What about R2 and Zell?
They're fine.
Dell could also warp through space.
So with that, you guys get in your ship
I'm just property.
and disappear off of this planet. Off of the planet of Exocron. You'll have to fly careful to avoid all the airships and stuff, but getting off is always easier than getting down. As one would say. So with that, the Sadie tells will head home. Back in the chamber. R2, Mara, Zell, Ryth has disappeared. As that happens, kind of Quag says,
Fortunate that more of heart and Lynn's spirit he was unable to drain. More difficult that would have been otherwise.
and Luke says, you're a very strange... You're not like Master Yoda at all.
Very true.
Luke says, not sure what that was about. All I know is this feels right to me. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna commune with this cosmic force from within it.
You don't
You're all
belong
welcome.
here.
What?
You don't belong here.
I might not belong there, but I think I belong here.
I think I know what you mean by that.
It just sounds like more Jedi rubbish.
Don't insult me that way.
You guys really don't like the Jedi, huh? What did Rey do? Oh, goodness.
Your orders of Skywalkers are very... Ugh.
To be perfectly honest, I don't love the idea that there's an order called Skywalkers. That's rough.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the whole
I'd like to
story,
hear
but-
about. I mean, I was there a couple times. I like talked to her here and there, but yeah.
It's a weird one. There's sandwiches. Mara, my place is with this Griffin guy. And yours could be too. He's not perfect, but he always seems to come out on the right side of things. usually what he does, the galaxy ends up better. Admittedly, Master Luke, your teaching skills are like a Criffing coin toss. But, like I said to you on the way up the mountain, Master Luke, Master Anakin, Master Rey, none of them were ever sure. They just did what they thought was right.
I just look at Luke Skywalker, like through like squinted eyes. I've spent I don't know how many years now with that thing in my head telling me I had to kill you. And I failed. Miserably failed. But I trust this droid.
I knew I liked you. You're a good judge of character, then. He'll sort of turn to Zell and say, "What about you? Are you going to try to kill me?"
I don't think I could if I wanted to.
I don't know. I'm a little out of practice.
I think you guys are all nuts.
But your own way home you will make.
As I usually do.
Certain no mysteries you wish to learn.
Maybe a few mysteries before I go.
Then, more to our staff we shall add. Perhaps one of interest to you. Which night? More communing I must do. Longer and more difficult. One
No
to
more
bring
creepy
here.
songs, though, please.
Some creepy songs necessary for this. A woman I bring to you, Zell, for more learning. Skoro, her name. From beyond the veil, Skoro, return.
She goes up and begins to meditate. Zell Yaga, make a lore roll.
Just regular lore?
You know what? No. Son of a gun. Witch Knight history lore.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
11.
You're very familiar with someone named Madame Skoro. She was a practitioner of the sort of, the Krath witches of the Empress Tata system from thousands of years ago. And Quag is apparently about to resurrect her like she did Luke Skywalker. You think to yourself, that could be interesting and dangerous, which probably means it is something worth sticking around for. So Mara, R2, and Zell, as Quag begins this, as Luke is kind of just like adjusting to being back, as the few who sort of stuck around in the stands are kind of milling around, coming down. Anything any of you would like to say or do, or points you'd like to make?
Oh.
I tried. I was actually gonna look at R2. Can you help me contact them? I want to make sure they got home safe.
I can Criffing try, but I wouldn't hold out a whole lot of luck.
R2, make for me. Sorry guys, I know this is super late. We're in the final moments of denouement. R2, make a. Go ahead and do a hyperdrive repair. Why not?
Okay. Tell you what. We'll spend my remaining 3 force points to have an additional bonus and
Amen.
a D8. So now I'm as good as Venom is.
It's impressive.
Okay. Let's go ahead and spend 13 luck for a vital.
So, with that, you actually believe that with a little bit of doing, because you are in hyperspace and you actually understand how hyperspace transmitters work to like get connection stuff. So you actually do believe you could, with some time, rig up a means of talking to them. So Zell, are you? If that is the case, we might end with a little bit of a like a Zoom call here, as just like a last communication.
Yeah, I think I can. Might take me a little time, but I think I could do it.
I knew you could.
Thanks. Yeah. Master Luke, one last thing.
Yeah.
This is a couple 100 years, but it's... I tried, but that X-Wing is completely farkled.
I would, yeah.
I could not maintain it.
Well, I mean, I'd parked it underwater for, a while, and then I'm sure Ray did. Who knows? Yeah, that's okay. I'm not into material things, clearly. I'm also dead, so I was dead. I guess I am alive now. Couldn't have brought me back. She couldn't have brought me back a little younger? I don't care, it's fine.
Yeah, you were kind of handsome before.
Oh. Ugh. Yeah, I guess I was. Oh boy. I didn't have a mirror for the last several years of my... Yeah. So, as this happens, we will get to a point of the ship flying back into Alsaken after a long journey and dropping off a filthmonger named Ratok. As you guys are flying back down to Alsaken, you get a comm from an unknown number.
I guess it's my ship. I'll answer it. Hello?
The Griffin worked. Or
Who is
R2? Is
Ask
that
him about Mara.
what? R2? Are you okay?
Tell him to put her on.
Is everyone else okay?
Is it that speeder pilot because she can jump high because they all can?
Yes.
Abriel-
Yes.
Abriel wants you to put Mara on R2. Is she there?
Yeah, I mean, is there a way to just work my holo projector so this is just more of like a...
Yes, it's hollow Zoom ending call. Go for it. Yeah.
Abrielle,
Mara. Hi.
are you home? Are you home?
Not yet. We're on our way home. When can you meet with us? I've got a place for you to stay. I'll connect you with the Bractal Knight. You'll have a blast with them. We've got plenty of space for you. It won't be an issue at all. I just figured you might need a place to stay because you've already, killed who you needed to kill. So you can come stay with us.
You and Train?
No. And I'll look at Train.
Oh,
No.
Oh, hi, Train.
Hi. You call my ship. I'm here. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I guess he did call the ship. I didn't realize. No, I appreciate the offer. I need to figure out things here first. I want to make sure everything here is okay. I don't want them taking any more kids or anything else. So I want to make sure that this is the right thing and it's not going to hurt anyone. But I'll take you up on that someday.
Well, I know you're doing the right thing.
I could use a space.
And I'll get to you in a minute.
Stop, Zell.
Zell, I don't want you staying under the same roof as my kids. You are going to be the absolute worst influence.
Mara.
But I could do that. I could be a nice fatherly influence on them.
No, absolutely not.
Zell.
Mara, you know you always have a home with us.
I'll turn to Mara.
Wait, you'll turn in tomorrow?
Sounds good.
No, not you. Zell, you actually, come to think of it, you have a lot of explaining to do.
I have explaining to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it-
probably,
Albrin, because Albrin knows you as somebody else, so that's probably some confusion there.
but have you ever seen Elbrond and me at the same time?
Gosh, wait.
You literally have. Yes.
Okay.
Session 2.
Yes.
Like, oh, I have to go to the restroom.
Elbow Zell in like the stomach.
Every
It's
time
probably
you
better.
called Elbrun, he's just over here on his data pad behind you.
Amazing.
Mara, you take care, okay? We'll be thinking about you.
I have the means. I'll come visit. Don't move though. Like, don't like physically move houses, please, because then I'll make it much harder. But like, I can get to your house.
I can
No.
we can find them
Yes, we know you can.
wherever they go.
We'll keep in touch,
Zell, when you
Mara.
say it like that is so horrific weird.
Also, please
Zell,
don't.
stop. Zell, don't make it weird, please. You already have.
And don't tell Elbrond. It's for the best.
Don't show up with any weird illusions, and we won't tell Elbrond. Or at least I won't. I can't speak for her.
Consequences
That's fair.
would be
Secrets between
unfortunate.
couples is hard.
Mara,
Either way. I
Zell?
appreciate it.
sorry, what? We're having a moment.
I appreciate it, Abrielle. I'll be there to visit soon. Somebody
so.
has to now help with whatever is going on with your kids. Maybe I can do something. Who knows?
Well, apparently they'll need a good teacher, what with their new abilities.
I don't know if I can teach, but maybe I can learn something here first and see what I can do.
Take care, Mara.
I appreciate it. More than you know.
Just send him to death from here.
No. Thank you too for your help.
As you guys are,
And then
Go ahead.
I was just say, and then I say, Train, there's just one last criffing thing. It's about the hyperdrive. Don't forget, and then I'll hang up.
That fucking criffing droid. Ugh.
all right. So, at this point, Mara and Zell and R2, they hear Luke kind of just complaining that Master Revan's in another argument with Master Windu. And there's so as you guys kind of go to deal with whatever that might be.
This is gonna be a rough time.
Abrielle and Train, you guys land on Alsagan, and waiting for you at the platform,
Oh God.
Zelbrand Brunt. The kids run and hug him, and he says, "I'm so glad you're both okay. I couldn't be happier to see you both. Oh, we were so worried about you guys. I'm glad you're so tough that you survived all right." Abrielle, Train. He kind of he shakes Train's hand. "I'm really glad this happened for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your help, and I'll go up and hug and kiss him. But not in a way that's offensive to Train. I will remain respectful of that.
Everything about him is offensive to me.
Oh, I'm trying my best.
And he says, he kind of, as you kiss him, he kind of very quietly just says 3 words. I just, if you, I'm so glad you're back. If you need some time, I'm here to make sure you guys get home okay. But if you need a little time to settle in, you can just reach out to me when you're ready.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. We just need to go over a few ground rules with the kids.
Oh.
Before.
These troublemakers, huh? Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. You know how to reach me. I'm just so happy you're all back here safe. Train, I'm so happy your ship is in one piece on top of all of that. It's a blessing.
Thank you, Elbrand.
It's amazing. If there's anything I could do for you, just please let me know. Can't even imagine how hard this has been.
I am good. Thank you for the offer.
Amazing. Do you drink Corellian ale, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
He
I
does.
have a really.
That's a bold-faced lie. It's a bold-faced lie.
I have a bottle of the 23. I was gonna, if you'd like it, you're more than welcome to have it.
I've heard that was a great year.
Yeah. You want it? No, you don't want it. Okay.
No, thank you.
Understood. No problem. I don't really drink anymore. I'm kind of like really watching what I consume now. Kind of just not really taking any toxins and stuff. No sugars. No. Which doesn't mean sugar's bad. Have ice cream when you guys want to. I don't want to give you a complex or anything. All right. Well. So glad you're all okay. I'll talk to you soon. Waves to everybody.
He is not a bad guy.
There's a lot. Define bad.
Doesn't respect me. Doesn't like the kids. That's bad.
No. Yeah. He's definitely
my partner.
Some kind of influence in their lives that is not bad.
Oh no, I would disagree with you, Master Train. He seems very gross. I don't like him at all.
Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you so much.
He has what I would classify as a bad vibe.
Yes, thank you.
Someone that good looking, in such good shape, and that nice, must have some deep emotional issues.
It's never mind. Jeeves, go back on the ship.
Oh, I don't get to come to. Very well.
Jeeves just goes back on the ship.
How do you talk like that about this guy, Jeeves?
He goes back on. So as you guys head home, disappearing into the tumult of Alsaken, as other things are happening outside the galaxy and the cosmic force. And as Elbrand watches you both go, kind of with, just like a kind look on his eye, and says, he just kind of, thinks to himself. And he just goes off elsewhere in Alsaken. That's where we'll end the game. Everyone's like, what's he gonna do with Elbrand? No, he's a nice guy. That's all there is. Maybe we'll find out more someday. But for now, that's all there is. Well, thank you all so much for playing and for watching. Civilized Age, this is probably not the ending anyone was expecting. And this was a long one. This is one of our longer ones we've had, but I hope that you all enjoyed some of these twists and turns. I was worried that it was too obvious that Quag was going to be reincarnating Luke. I thought that was a giveaway the whole time. So
I think that's only obvious to you and me, and probably Gallery and Saber.
Yeah, sure. So in any case, but yeah, that was some fun stuff. Well, thank you all for playing. I'm going to do a sort of a quicker wrap up here because it is so late. But yeah, please follow us on. Go to our Discord, subscribe or follow us here on Twitch if you're able. We have other games. Tomorrow night we have Gray in the Dark. On Friday we have Star Trek. Ooh. And then on Sunday we have Chapter 2 of 4 of Blue Moon, which got off to a fun Fisk Wolf start. So please join us on Sunday night for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then 1 week from tonight, the Top Flight Holiday Special. Some super heroic fun. We'll see V, Armament, Findon, Portals, aka Teleportia, which is still my favorite superhero name ever, and of course, Lumen. So, with that in mind, thank you all so much for watching. We super appreciate it. We will see you next time. I am very sad to say goodbye to these characters, but also I hope that they sort of got, if not what they were looking for, at least something interesting out of their
I'm
time.
especially sad to say goodbye to Elbrand.
And Elbrand, you are sad to say goodbye to Elbrand and his...
I'd not be happy to see this cripping piece of
my God.
Whatever Farkling Kark, I don't know, leave. Bye-bye.
He's a great guy. Elbrand's a great guy. Just such a skilled lover, too. All right, everybody. On that note, have a lovely evening. Thanks for watching. And the Force will be with you. Always.